Hello and welcome to the 10th episode of Speedrunners and Dragons, the show where I lead your favorite speedrunners on a daring adventure through a dastardly tabletop world of my creation. My name is Adef, and I'll be your dungeon master tonight. Joining us, as always, are Dannyb, Dangers, TheBlackastic, and Patty. Every other Monday night at 6 p.m. Eastern here on twitch.tv/Adef, the four of them will be attempting to save the secluded nation of Shalane. First of all, welcome back to many of you, and welcome to many new faces. Twitch.tv/Adef has grown quite a bit in the past month since we last convened, so I'm very happy to see many new faces. We hope you enjoyed your holidays, and we're back from our holiday break, of course, to bring you more excitement in Shalane. And if this is your first time joining us, then welcome. We're happy to have you. If you'd like to catch up on episodes that you've missed, you can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/speedrunners/speedrunners-dragons. And if at any point you want to get that link, you can type !S&D or !YouTube will both get you to the Speedrunners and Dragons YouTube channel. I highly recommend subscribing, but stick around with us. This episode does have a lot of stuff happening, but it is kind of a good place to start if you want to get your feet wet before going back to the beginning of the campaign and sort of trudging along to get back up with us. Both are very valid options, and we'd love to have you this evening if you're willing to join. Now, without further ado, let's head into the recap from last session. All right, so our boys woke up quite hungover after a long night of drinking with Luck, the mercenary. Then they ran to their Senate hearing, which they were late for, where after a hard-fought argument between some younger senators and some more aged ones in the city of Impor Boss, our heroes were granted access to Mount Von Norl and the shrine found there to Yarhalesh Hexeros, who is the Dragonborn champion from long ago. After departing in a small boat for Von Norl and making landfall, Nemelos, who's the leader of Impor Boss, wished them luck and went on her way. It should also be mentioned that Grump hit on someone and it didn't work out. That should be mentioned. Our heroes walked around the large snowy mountain and eventually found a seemingly man-made cave entrance, opting not to take the traditional route of climbing the mountain to the top. Once inside, the team traversed the lower levels of what turned out to be a Green Hand hideout. The Green Hand is sort of like the main evildoers in our story. There were Green Hand dinner time intrusions, lightning-based puzzles, and more, but our heroes conquered them all. What awaited them at the top level of the cave, however, was some kind of ritualistic excavation site for something called the Scepter of Epholius, an ancient magical artifact. The Palm was there with his two bodyguards and a team of Green Hand excavators and researchers. Lucius, in a move that truly shocked me, Adef the person, grabbed hold of the scepter just before the Palm could. Unable to contain its power on his own, he was quickly joined by several other members of the party. Able to partially wield it, they shot a purple shot from the scepter and removed an arm from one of the bodyguards. Eventually, however, the Palm was able to retrieve the scepter and make quick haste out of the cave. Our heroes then had a very climactic battle with the Thumb and the Pinky, the last two members of the Green Hand's inner circle, whom they had yet to meet. These two brothers, the main guard for the Palm, put up quite the fight, and ultimately one consumed the other to go to the Green Hand equivalent of Super Saiyan that we've seen a few times. Finally being bested after pushing our heroes to their absolute limits, this ultra-charged-up Green Hand member triggered his own explosion, as we've seen so many times before. Whilst charging up to burst, Grump grabbed the nearby unconscious Gouger, snagged some random documents from the Palm's nearby study, and bolted out with the rest of the team in tow. Quickly ascending some nearby mountain stairs, our heroes narrowly avoided the funneled burst of green flame, which shot many hundreds of yards out of the mountain opening into the sky. Our heroes then found themselves at the shrine to Yarhalesh Hexeros, the Dragonborn champion. After freeing it from the Green Hand curse, they were greeted by some very familiar needles. And with that, we'll kick it on over, do our fancy-smancy transition here. And we're back! We're back! We're back, baby. Speedrunners and Dragons has returned.
Whoa.
How we all doing?
How are the boys?
Doing great. Hungry.
Hungry? I saw you had a sandwich. I also had a sandwich just before we started.
I want another.
I'll make it for you. I'm happy to make it for you.
What kind of sandwich did you have?
I did mesquite turkey sandwiched in Swiss cheese, sandwiched in a nutty wheat bread with mustard and tortilla chips. That's a nice way of saying it was a really simple sandwich with mustard on it.
That's basically what I had, without getting into details.
Bone apple the teeth.
Yes.
Bone apple teeth. That's right.
Bone apple teeth. And gamers, as always, also Logdog, thank you for the sub for 2 months. I really appreciate that. Welcome back to the Pants Brigade. Patty up the tiniest hair. Thank you, Nicholas. And as we progress, my brother will be giving us levels, which is a beautiful thing. But yeah, if you boys are ready to get started... Well, first of all, I feel like this is important to say. Caius and Lucius, or Danny and Bobby, would you like to show off your new trinkets?
Oh, yes, please. I sure would. Our dungeon master was kind enough to send us gifts for Christmas. So now I have some sick dice, which I'm definitely going to be using, and hopefully we'll get some dice ASMR of them rolling on my desk.
I sent dice to everyone, and there was a specific color for everybody, and I wrote a whole note about why I chose that color, how grateful I am for them to be in the project, and then our good friends at the Canadian government decided that letters cannot be sent to dangers. That is not allowed. That's not allowed. And so they deleted his letter. It's in the ether somewhere. Patrick's letter got...
The U.S. government decided that, we don't need a post office.
Yeah, and Patrick's dice got sent back to me a month after I sent them. So they have not received their dice, but they are pretty. He's got a little box. So Caius has green dice because of his connection to Solace and the land. Lucius has red dice to reflect his tiefling nature, as well as fire that he uses, always with his swords. Dangers was going to get purple for no reason that matters in the game, but just because it's him.
Very obviously my favorite color, yeah.
Yes, and Grump got blue, because that is the color of his skin in the game. He is a blue dragonborn, and so he got blue dice. Me, I'm using the other ones, and then we also got a gold pack, and I gave that to my brother-in-law for Christmas, so... It was a fun thing, but hopefully we'll get it figured out for the other two boys. But yeah, so we've got new dice. People will be rolling physically now, joining me in that endeavor, rather than using a digital page. Yeah, so if you boys are ready, we can go ahead and pop this thing off. Thumbs up from our gamers. Oh, are those Doritos, Patrick? Let's go, dude. Cool Ranch? Oh, salsa verde, baby. Speaking my language.
My language.
All right, let's do this thing. So, as you'll remember, and I guess I should probably switch the music here. Let's get something a little more ominous, shall we?
Figured I should grab the Doritos since we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Energy drinks next.
Energy drinks next, of course, as is customary. All right. Bobby, I can raise you. No worries to do it on your end.
Okay.
All right, so. J Beeg's marathoned the entire series in the last week. Oh my god.
What a
Kudos
trooper. And
you.
also thank you. Like,
honestly, yeah.
Some of these recent episodes, especially the last two, have been like nothing but like blast. So I hope you thoroughly enjoyed them.
That's like 35 hours. That's awesome.
Yeah. I recently realized, I don't know if I said this in an episode or not yet, but between all of the lore documents and the actual episodes, I have written over 100 pages.
Let's go.
For this series.
When's the novelization?
Never, because if you... Here's a little sneak peek into what I wrote today. There's the first bullet point is what I'll read to you. This is the type of thing I write to myself. What do the papers say? So
that was going to be the first thing I asked.
That's the type of notes that I write for myself. So, yeah. All right. So, Z, our friend, the purple-garbed, ninja-like teleportation boy with the needles, who seems like he might be bad, but is, like, weirdly helping our heroes along in certain places. We're not really sure what his deal is yet. But he threw some needles right into the papers that Grump was beginning to look at the end of last episode. And, you now look over and you see him, and you're sort of on this mountaintop, remember, where the shrine is. There's the central pedestal where the statue to Yarhalesh Hexeros is, and there are some, like, Corinthian columns, 4 of them surrounding, but it's an open-air mountaintop shrine. And you can see, you know, to the southeast of you, Impor Boss and the snow and the fog still setting in, and then to the northwest of you, obviously, just open ocean, basically. and he's directly to your left, sitting atop one of the pillars, and his legs are crossed. And he says, "Things are certainly taking shape now. How are our heroes for hire doing? You look to be in poor shape," looking at Gouger specifically, who is unconscious, I believe. Battle with those two brothers not go so well, I take it?
Went well enough. Those two brothers don't exist anymore, do they?
Oh. So it went okay then? You would say it went okay? And then he teleports, and now he's standing to your right, arms crossed, sort of like tapping his arm like this. And he says, "Well, regardless of your current state, you have, I'll admit, clearly proven yourselves worthy of protecting our fair land, and worthy of learning a little bit more about our friend the Palm. But first, please, for me, do share what you found there."
What do the papers say?
I don't know. Let me
what do
read
the
them
papers say?
in the inner monologuing voice that sounds like our dungeon master. Let me begin now.
As you look down at the pages, and then the pages aren't in your hand anymore, and there's like purple smoke trails coming off of your hands, and you look up and look left, and he's back atop a different column, sifting through the papers, just like peering at them one by one, and then he's like, and then now he's over on the right side of the mountain, and he's laying down looking at the papers like this. He's like twiddling his toes onto the mountaintop, sifting through more papers. He's reading incredibly quickly. And then, another, and now the papers are back in your hands, and he's sitting next to and up against the statue to Yarhalesh now. And he says, "Well, things are a tad further along, and certainly a great deal darker than I thought they'd be. Very well. Care to learn a bit about the Palm?"
I think we'd care to learn a bit about you, my friend. Why have you been stalking us all around the country for the past few weeks?
And can we shake Gouger up? Is he conscious at this moment?
Sure.
This might
We
be
can.
pertinent information
Yes.
from my good old friend.
Yes.
All right.
You jostle him.
Live!
He's moments from shaken baby syndrome, and then he awakes and is present with the group. Welcome back, Gouger.
It's good to be here.
Yeah. Dangers actually has been not listening this whole time, just to
Yeah.
be really in character.
Yeah, I've actually had it deafened until now. They gave me
yeah.
a signal, and now I'm back.
Yeah, of course. The signal was this.
Yeah.
So Z says, "Well, I'm an open book, as my friends who don't exist like to say. What do you want to know?"
Who are you?
Oh, that's an annoying first question. Oh, God. Well, let's get adef to get the full name up on the document. Oh, God. Oh, why did I make this name so hard to pronounce? My name is Zeluk. Z for short, obviously. My last name, though it's of little consequence, given that I have no family members. My name is Zeluk Letherganin, and I'm from this land, and look, the bottom line is I happen to have grown up in Shalane, and it's my home too. I followed you because I was curious whether or not you would be helpful in stopping this land from being, well, to use kind words, obliterated. I saw the Green Hand sort of growing in the embers of coups of years past, and I decided it was time to stop, well, potential uprising of rather dastardly proportions. And then I found you, the four of you. You seem to be gifted, perhaps a little too nosy, the perfect type. So I gave you a little test on the bridge, and I'm afraid you've passed with flying colors. And I've watched you closely ever since, giving you little nudges here and there. Just hoping to do my part.
Then why not do your part in... sorry, but why not do your part in directly aiding us? You seem to prove more than capable in our first encounter on that bridge.
Your role is very public-facing. I've done more than you know behind the scenes to stop various Green Hand raids to come your way. I do a thankless job for the four of you, though you'd never know it until I just told you just now. So that was stupid, but anyway, I kill lots of Green Hand members that are trying to track you down, so I would appreciate a little thanks here and there, and I believe I've directed you quite correctly several times.
You know, you may have told us your name, but you haven't told us who you are.
Well, I happen to have grown up in Shalane, much like anyone else here. It's my home, too. I was... well... I would rather not say where I'm exactly from, but I've trained under some very gifted individuals in my youth. I was an orphan, much like anyone who matters these days. And, well, I, killed this person, that person, learned to throw these, learned to kill those, and learned to steal what I want and keep all the rest.
Well, what brings you here now?
It's my home, and can't a boy just want to save a place dear to him? Besides...
At the behest of whom?
Well, at the behest of myself and my wants, my needs, my desires. A demonic cult leader bringing on doomsday isn't exactly good for business. No more elegant wagon escorts to steal from, no more wicked noblemen to assassinate, no more coin, no more breaths to take, at point of fact. It's really just bad for my interests.
What are
Well,
your
you seem to...
interests?
Oh.
I think I just slated the big ones, killing people who deserve it, stealing from people who deserve it even more, and really just kind of serving myself. But I can't really serve myself very well if the land I grew up in and love so dearly and provides so much coin is destroyed, so...
I have a question. I have a question.
Yes, Grum.
How come, if you love this place so much, you're such a dick to everyone that lives in it?
I'm only a dick to the people with too much power. Let's be very clear about that.
But that's you.
I don't steal from people with less than me. Look,
It's
I'm
too
not
much for me
here.
to handle. I don't know.
I'm not here to talk morals. Do you want to know about the poem or don't you?
Lay it on
I'm
us.
quite done talking about myself.
I'm eating a ration.
Sure, and for those of you that want to see, if you type !map, you can take a look at that tweet. We are currently in the northwest corner. Excuse me, good God.
Mount Von Orl.
The Mount Von Norrell is where we're atop that peak right now. So, he begins his big diatribe. Nice, dude. Sick chat message. Patrick, you're a mod, I think.
Oh, you want me to shoot this stoner?
No, just if they hit again.
Okay.
The Palm, or the Green Hand, or the Dark Leader, or the Green Priest, or Zalar's Servant, and I'm sure more aliases I haven't heard yet, appears to have erased all trace of his prior life. What I do know is that he was active in Columnos many years ago as a trained killer. He studied under a Dark Priest of Zalar for many years, and then killed his master when he withheld information. The Palm then killed the rest of the Order to be the only remaining scholar on Zalar. He then uncovered many ancient tomes, studied them, and somehow, and this is the part I wish I knew more about, managed to establish some kind of connection with the old god, which funneled him with power. He then began tempting disenfranchised individuals with power, and began establishing the roots for his organization. In a land so politically, ideologically, and socially broken as Shalane, it wasn't especially hard to grow his followers, given the promise of a simple ideology, a singular leader, and a goal of killing the establishment in Shalane. Some of his inner circle he recruited specifically, and he may have worked with several of them prior to the establishment of the Green Hand. I wasn't able to find out very much about that. Some he pulled from the groups of recruits, and of course, as I'm sure you've learned, the Index is a different story altogether. I imagine you may even know more about his motives than I do after your little escapade in the mountains that I chose not to follow you into. Now that you've dispatched the majority of the inner circle, however, I think it's safe to assume that much of the power which the palm distributed in order to accelerate his conquest has returned to him. He is likely, currently, at his most powerful, and, if these documents you've procured are to be believed, and the Scepter of Epholius really was inside this mountain all along, and if the palm is gone and you didn't kill him, then we are likely talking about the single most powerful being in existence right now. And I don't know about you, but I'd really rather he not have free reign over Shalane.
Well, what can you tell us about that scepter? Because, let me tell you, I tried to wield it, and I almost died.
You held the Scepter of Epholius!
I sure did.
You fucking buffoon! You are an idiot! Wow, okay, you must not know very much about it indeed.
You are an idiot. That's
well, it was the palm or me, and I had to give it my best shot.
Fair enough, I guess. I would not have touched that fucking thing, I'll tell you that right now. And it even fits my color scheme, according to legend. Good God. Alright, so, the Scepter of Epholius. Well, you can find a lot of it in those documents, but, I'll give you the too long didn't read. That's a phrase I'm coining right now. I hope it catches on. It's, a magical item, as you might have guessed, by the fact that it almost destroyed you. And it's imbued with the power of the gods, as the story goes, and this is thousands of years old. The metal which forged the staff was gifted from Moko, one of the old gods, and the magic from Shiliasho, the goddess of magic. It was crafted by the first dwarves of Shalane, when Tinshok and Koshtin, which were some of the children of the elder gods, when they were children, they accidentally crafted a beast of dark power, meddling with their parents' abilities, and then they let the beast loose in Shalane because they're idiots and gods suck on almost all counts. The dwarves, using the gifts from the gods, crafted the scepter at the behest of Shiliasho and Moko, and they gifted it to the most skilled magical warrior of the era, a human man named Epholius, hence the name of the scepter. He was a human man, a humble man. He lived off the land, as stories go. He was from near Cilicia. Apparently, he wielded the scepter to great potential, and he slayed the beast and said to have sealed the scepter deep within Shalane somewhere, never to be found again, so as for its power to never be used. Or that's at least as the stories go, but of course, the smarter among us look for traces of powerful magic everywhere. I say most scholars of the old ways, and myself included, have searched high and low. But to think it was in Mount Varnor, deep within the heart of the mountain, this is a development. And the fact that it's real, that's pretty exciting.
Maybe for you. Scary stuff, man. This is world-ending stuff we're talking here, man.
This is a weird moment for Grump.
I'm tired of this shit, man.
Who is this? Who are you doing right now? Who are you doing right now?
I don't know. I'm weirded out.
All right, that's fair. And he says,
I'm supposed to hate this guy, but now I don't. I'm confused.
You can hate me all you want. Quite frankly, I don't give a flying what you think about me. All that matters is that you help me not let this happen. Through all of my searching, I still do not know exactly what his plan is, and I did not know that the scepter was involved until just now, because as far as I was concerned, I knew as much as you. The plan was to use the shrines to do something with the rift. But clearly, now that you've foiled those plans, the scepter must be some kind of backup plan, I guess? It must be tied to the rift somehow. It's the two most powerful magical objects in the entirety of Shalane. Well, the rift isn't really an object, but you catch my drift.
What even could be done with the rift?
My friend, Yanron Milishar is the only person I know of that could have answered that question, and he died into the rift many, many years ago. We know almost nothing about the rift, and almost less about the scepter, and yet now, the palm is likely heading there to do something with both of them.
But you knew a lot about the scepter.
Well, I only know what stories and tales convey. I don't know its true power. I know that wielding it, if you aren't a god-gifted individual, will probably kill you.
So, what stories do you know of the rift, then? If you know stories of the scepter, surely there must be rumblings.
It was what I was mentioning when we were facing the palm himself. This piece of Solis that we have within us resonated with that rock, with the power of the old gods. And I think we should if the four of us had wielded at least a fraction of the power of that staff, then maybe something else within the rift we could use in our fight against him.
Interesting. Well, I can tell you, if you're talking about pieces of solace, Yanron Milishar was rumored to have one. Though I wager you might already know that.
I do. I'm not sure about where to find him, but I've been having dreams where he was... I've seen visions of him, and I've never met him before.
Well, that's news to me. Can you tell us about these dreams?
Yeah, what the heck?
Yo, what the heck?
What the heck?
What the heck? What do the papers say?
What do the papers say?
It's not papers, it's a book. And ever since
That's
I've been
just made
trying
of paper. Sorry.
Ever since I've been studying this page to page, it's been filled with vague findings and stories of him. And then ever since our encounters with these members of the Hand, I've been having these dreams of him. And a distant scream of him.
Maybe you've established some sort of connection. Do you think if we approached the rift, you might be able to feel where he might be?
I've had my reservations about venturing into the rift, just because I've been extremely afraid. But I think now it's time.
Well, I can tell you that nobody has ever gone into the rift and survived. Or at the very least, they've never come back. Yanron Milishar ventured the deepest, came back, and then was like, oh, that wasn't good enough, I'll go deeper, brought his whole research team, and they're all gone. That was hundreds of years ago, I think.
What other choice do
Wait,
we have?
when was that? That was some time ago. End of story, I don't remember.
Long before now.
Yeah, it might have been within the last 100 years, but I really don't remember. It was before your time.
What choice do we have? The Palm has world-ending power that it could use at any moment.
Well, I can tell you that
if you wanted to watch over us and guide us in this direction as you've been doing all this time, then I implore you do so now.
Very well. Then allow me to give you something. And he flicks something towards you, Caius. And as you snatch it out of the air, you look at it, and it's this little rock with like half of a face on it. And he holds up an identical but mirrored stone. And he says, as much as I'd like to have fun little tests of strength betwixt us again, I'm afraid that'll have to wait until after you've saved the world. I think the Palm will make his move soon if everything you're saying is true, and there's no telling when. I shall make for the rift. I'll wait there, and I'll let you know if anything of note takes place. This is a sending stone. It allows us to communicate with each other. If I speak to you through this stone, and it is currently in your possession and you're alive, you will hear it. If you are dead, or if I am dead, you will know if the message doesn't get received, so it's sort of like a really nifty thing. Please don't destroy it, or I will kill you.
I see.
So
I suggest the four of you... Pardon?
Do or don't destroy it.
Please don't. That would be bad for you.
Don't. Okay. I think I got it.
I suggest the four of you make for Columnos. This will not be just a fight against the Palm. There's no doubt his legion of lackeys will also be in play. I'm told their force is something thousands strong. You'll need the forces of all the cities of Shalane to deter them and finally silence them. You're well connected at this point, I take it?
We've made our friends along the way.
Very well, contact them. And with that, my friends, I make for the rift. Toodaloo. And
Toodaloo!
He, evaporates into thin air.
I fucking hate that.
So yeah, you've been given this sending stone, Bobby, and essentially you can communicate with Z at any time. And if you attempt to send a message through the sending stone, it will alert you if it is not received, i.e. if he's not holding the stone, or if he has, you know, like, you can't know if he's dead or not holding it, but one of those things is true if the message isn't received.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Grump, you want to test out the sending stone and say hi to Z?
Yeah.
Oh,
Give me.
here.
Yeah. Hey, Z!
Oh, Jesus, fuck, okay. Oh, God.
How
Ow.
you doing?
Why are you already Nothing could have happened. Nothing could have happened between now and then. What?
I just wanted to save it. What? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm in mid-transit right now. This is a very magically intensive
I
process.
don't know what that means.
All right, I'm just gonna put the stone in a piece of cloth and put it in my pocket for a couple of hours.
Okay.
He puts it in his pocket and he cannot hear you anymore.
Guys, I think he put us in his pocket.
Cool. I'll take that back now.
He put us in his pocket. Don't put baby in the pocket. So yeah, there is. Yes, you. Yeah. Oh right, fuck no. There is a thing that happens here. At first I was like, be free, but then I was like, oh wait, no, there's another thing. More scripted events.
Aren't they supposed to come and get us?
So, the dragonborn spirit of Yarhalesh Hexeros appears behind you above the statue, and he says,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, forgot to do this last time, so we're gonna retcon it by what he's about to say. Apologies for not making my presence known before. I wanted to wait until we didn't have an audience. I thank you, chosen champions of solace, for freeing this place. This is a sacred ground for all dragonborn. My spirit too may now rest. I give to you a most prized possession, which granted me much defense in my battling days. May it serve you well. This is my ring of protection. Use it wisely. And he casts his hand, and a ring, physical, appears on his finger, and then sort of like comes off of his finger and floats into the air in front of all of you. And it's this very nice silver crested ring with like a shield emblem on the front of it. And it's just like hovering in front of you at the moment.
I already got a shield. Isn't that right, Shieldy?
Who doesn't have a thing
Yes.
by now?
Everybody has a thing.
I have
Everybody got a gift.
I have two things.
I can tell you what it does if you want. Well, actually, this is okay.
Shouldn't the dude tell us what it does before we take it?
So yeah, so something really quick. For those of you that are new and maybe don't know, this is not the most numbers-heavy, rules-heavy game of D&D in the world. We're pretty lax with a lot of things, a lot of house rules, just because it's more fun that way, in my opinion. And one thing that I totally forgot about was Attunement. Attunement is a thing you have to do for many magical items, including the Oath Bow, cough cough. I totally forgot about this, but it is a thing where you have to rest with the object in your hands and like meditate on it to like learn how to use it. I think you're supposed to attune for this ring, but because we have not attuned for anything, and several objects which you are currently wielding are supposed to require attunement, it doesn't really matter because it only requires like a short rest anyway. Yeah, he'll describe the ring, but that's just to like put out into the air that like I know this is supposed to be attuned. It shan't be.
To be fair, we've taken a rest pretty much after every gift we've received.
That's true.
You good?
Sure. Yarhalesh says, well, it boosts your defense. I believe it adds +1 to your armor class, and you get advantage on saving throws.
Ooh. Well, who would benefit most from this? Who has the lowest armor class? Are we allowed to meta like that?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
I mean, I'm at 18, so I probably don't need that.
Yeah, I'm about the same.
I'm 17, but also nothing hits me.
Oh, you have like half damage or no damage all the time.
Yeah.
If we
I mean,
pass it to Grump, he becomes like pretty like
Tanky.
resistance, yeah, and tanky.
I tend to be in the face of the enemies most often, tanking damage. Like, I'm kind of tank paladin, so maybe it would be good for me.
I could agree to that. And Grum already has a shield.
That's true.
That is true.
How does Gouger get half to no damage? By being a gamer.
So, I have reach on my weapon, so I don't get very close to enemies. I also have the magical throwing axe, and I also have a magical shield that casts fireball. So, I don't need it. I'd say
All right,
give it to Lucius.
I'll
you,
be the
you are
guy.
confident and thick.
Lucius, as you slip the ring onto your ring finger, you instantly feel safer. It's like a warm feeling, but also it's almost as if you've been covered with an ethereal armor. You haven't literally, there's nothing there, but it feels that way.
What's the thing called? I'll
Ring
write
of
it down.
Protection.
Nice. And it's +1, right?
+1 to armor class, and I believe advantage on saving throws? Let me look that up. You gain a +1 bonus to armor class and saving throws. Oh, okay. +1 bonus to saving throws while wearing this ring. Pardon me. So it's not
Got it.
that good, but it's still quite good.
Yeah.
Well, I also have a thing where everybody within 10 feet of us, and it's within 10 feet of me, gets my charisma bonus to their saving throw. So, looking good. We got saving throws for days now.
Dope. And Yarhalesh turns, and he's looking eastward towards the mainland of Shalane, and he says, "The skies above our home are darkening. Shalane weakens and quivers before the coming storm. Whatever you must do, do it with haste. Good luck, my friends." And then
Thanks.
he evaporates into the sky. Perhaps Grum sheds a tear. Who knows? Who's to say?
It's allergies. Kids. Shut up.
So yeah, as you walk past the statue for Yarhalesh, now looking towards Impor Boss, as you look down through the snow and thick fog, the familiar rowboat is beginning to come into view through the snow and the fog, and Nemelos is there, approaching the dock.
Well, I guess we should make our way down and let the Dragonborn know what happened.
Sure. So you make it down the mountain, no problem. You obviously can't go the way you came because there's been explosions in the cave, but you don't have too much difficulty getting down the mountain more properly, I guess. The way down perhaps is easier than the way up. And, oh, this song is great. What the heck, dude? The Witcher always surprising me with dope music. So, Nemelos is there, and she refuses to step on the dock still, based on, you know, this, like, practice of not going unless you're about to become the leader of Impor Boss. And she says, "Hard to miss that green explosion out of the mountain. What the hell just happened?"
Well, the myths of the Scepter were true, and it was there. And we don't have it.
AKA hell just happened.
And the big evil guy has it.
Just to be clear, this is bad news.
Yeah.
Is
bad
there-
news.
Is there
Very
good
bad.
news?
We cleansed your shrine.
I just spilled water literally all over myself, so that's good.
Shrine's cleansed, and Lucius has a new toy.
Adef's lap is also cleansed now.
I show her my ring.
Very cleansed.
Yes.
Very cleansed.
Is that a
There was, in
pouch
fact,
of
a guy.
water?
Yeah, it's a pouch of water. Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it, but I'm incredibly intrigued.
I'll tell you more later. There is a story.
Good.
So, she's like, okay, so, alright, typically good news, bad news people lead with the good news, but I guess leading with the bad news might be better because then you get the good news on the back end. I don't know. Regardless, this sucks. We don't know a lot about the Scepter. I'm wagering, since you just saw it, and you're the first living people to have seen it in literally millennia, I would guess you probably know more about it than I do at this point.
Yeah, it's scary, and you can't hold it or else you die unless you're really powerful. Like the evil man that we were trying to stop, but almost did, but didn't. But on the plus side, we did what we meant to do when we first went there, but didn't know the evil guy was there. And now the evil guy was like, we were supposed to stop him, then we couldn't. It was this whole big thing. Then boom, big explosion, and now we're here.
Let's get in the boat. Let's get in the boat.
Let's
Okay.
get in the boat.
And as she starts rowing, you know, the air is somber's not the right word. It's tense. The air in the rowboat is tense. You're all coming to terms with the fact that you're basically in the end game now. We have reached the point of no return, and you're all sort of coming to terms with that in your own way. You know, Caius, you think to the rift and the fact that you're likely going to have to confront it soon. You've been there, but now you're really going to have to go there soon and really take time to inspect the rift, and that worries you. Grum, you know, you're sort of filled with determination at the fact that you've helped free the homeland that you didn't know you had, and you've also been given so much knowledge about your family and the people that made you and raised you. So that fills you with determination, but you can't help this weird feeling of you're scared. Like, that's just the bottom line. This motherfucker just, like, kills people. You're scared, like, not in the sense of, like, frightened to battle him, but you're
I'm
frightened of the
scared that
outcome.
he's stronger than I am.
Fair. And Gouger, you know, at this point, you've sort of done everything that you set out to do, right? Like, the majority of your singular tasks are done. But you now feel sort of, and this is individual thoughts, so other players are not privy to this sort of thing, but you have this, you feel a new sense of duty, I think would be safe to say. I mean, obviously, you know, all of this is up to the four of you to really feel and exercise, but something new is within you, and you feel a little bit of a debt to the country. And Lucius, you sense you're going to have to go back to Columnos soon. Probably today.
It's been a while.
Or within the next few days. And this is the city you were raised in. This is the city that gave you so much trouble. This is the city you left. So that, you know, might worry you. So anyway.
There's that guiding hand from the DM we've been waiting on. You might have to go to Columno today. Like, now.
I'm already guiding you there.
I love it.
So, you get to the edge of the dock and import boss, and, you know, Nemelos is like, so what's the game plan?
Well, the game plan is to rally the troops as much as we can. We've made quite a few friends in our travels across Shalane lately, and hopefully that the major powers from every city can come to our aid. We're heading to Columnos to see what we can do there, and maybe check on the final shrine, which, for some strange reason, never seemed to be in trouble.
Do you think we should call the council? I kind of want to do that anyway, because I think it's high time that we address the fact that Import Boss is being underrepresented, and this feels like a good time to do that, given that you guys apparently have installed basically newfound leadership everywhere.
You wouldn't be the first one to suggest such a motion. Actually, the person that that just became the new leader of Talwain is a good friend of ours, and he would love to rally everyone to our cause.
I perk up in a perfect representation of his voice. I go, Billingsworth.
It's perfect. Sounds just like him, dude.
Yeah.
Sounds just like him.
Ah, yes, Billingsworth, with a fine fellow.
Excellent, I love it. She says, well, okay, as you know, there has to be a 3/5 majority to call a meeting when it isn't the annual meeting. So I'm obviously for it, and Billingston is clearly for it, so you just need to convince one other leader to call it. I would recommend doing all four besides Columnos, because I don't know if you've met Tolliverth Brinswin, the Lord of Columnos, but he is the capital W worst. And even if we get a 3/5 majority, I would wager he won't attend the meeting. But if you can get 4, I think we have a better chance.
Sounds
think we
like
could do that.
something worth trying.
The real question is, how do we get to 4 cities? Or I guess 3 cities.
With our good waystones here. Or was it a...
The Piece of Solace?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can fast travel to Cilicia. And she
That's
says, all right, well, sending message by bird is too slow. We have to do it on foot.
I have
Yes.
an idea.
Have you considered the channels?
That one. That's the one. We can go to Cilicia. We know people there that can get information out so fast. So fast. It's going to be great. Trust me. You're going to love
Are
it.
these, you're talking about, do you know someone in the Columnation MP who has access to the channels?
We do. That is, in fact, what we're speaking.
Well, there are Columnation military police in Shayla, or what's that? Shalos, named after Shayla. There are Columnation military police in Shalos, and there are Columnation military police always outside of Tahwain. There's none in Tiber, but you can cover 2 cities instantly that way, and then just go to Tiber and then head south to Columnos. I'll start rallying the guard here. I'll send word to all those cities that they should start amassing troops as well, just in case. And I'll meet you in Columnos in a day.
You got it.
All right, we can make it there by tomorrow evening, I think. All right, okay. This sounds like a plan. And just as she's starting to sort of like, get this all together, you hear, "You be needing a traveling partner, man." And out of like a corner,
Motherfucker!
and it looks like, "Hey, it's you guys. Rough night, huh? Fucked up." Anyway, woke up in, I took a nap after we drank that coffee this morning, right? And I woke up from a nap because just this explosion, I don't know what it was, but explosion rocked the city. I woke up like, what's going on then? And, I came out of my hotel room. Look, there's like smoke coming in the sky. Scary. Sky's getting dark, like clouds, very ominous. I'm thinking, if you guys are doing something, I'm done here. I got my chalice. I got my stuff. Done my thing. I'm coming with.
Not only are we doing something, we're doing the only thing that matters right now.
Dog, you looking to save the world?
Yeah, this ain't just another night job.
Dog, you looking to save the world? Bruv, I would be completely honored.
My guy! High five.
He high fives you back. Yeah, I mean, you're ready. I'm gonna, even though it looks worse, I gotta get this goddamn hair out of my face and just go with the mullet style.
Yeah.
That's what we need. Now we got this big floof in the back. It's perfect. I'm getting my haircut in 4 days.
Nice.
4 days.
Very good.
I know that was really pertinent information that everyone wanted to know, so. Yeah, so you have basically all the information you need at this point. You can do this, you can do it that pre-described way. You can also do this in any order you so choose.
I am curious if there's anything on those papers that Grump took that Z didn't tell us.
What
Sure.
do the papers say, though?
What do the papers say? Do papers do say be saying things, though?
Good.
Yeah.
Guy.
Yeah.
Ask Z.
Yes.
Ask him what they said.
Yeah,
He
you
left
can.
before he told us.
No, he gave them back to us, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he gave him
I
back
missed
to you.
that part.
He gave him back to you.
Oh, to me.
Yeah, he poofed him back into your hands. Yeah.
Oh, here they are. Now let me read what they say in not my voice.
Sure. So there is a page that, there's several documents that are about the Scepter, and there's lots of things about the mythology of the Scepter, and they largely are just like more involved descriptions of the things Z told you about the story. It was this the gods, the children of the gods, who are the newer gods. They created this beast by accident. It is said to be a terrible calamity, and it came down to Shalane and just was wreaking havoc. And the dwarves, in conjunction with the first dwarves, in conjunction with 2 of the elder gods, forged this object. gave it to this man named Epholius. He apparently destroyed the beast and sealed the scepter. And there's another thing. There's a map with, like, you know, symbols for the shrines on the cities, and X's through 4 of them, and then a revision of the map where some of the X's are, like, erased. And some of the, like, map documents seem to be almost linking the power of the shrines to the rift. There's, like, arrows into the rift, and there's, like, some, like, text of some rituals to, like, somehow gain, like, some kind of power from within the rift once you've absorbed the power of all the shrines, because the shrines are testaments to the warriors who sealed the nation and kept it safe from the great cataclysm so many years ago, which is what created the rift. There is some kind of innate power in the shrines that can somehow draw energy out of the rift, according to these, like, researchers, and according to, of course, the palm. And that's sort of the gist of it. And there's sort of, like, some documents that are, like, notes being passed back and forth between the researchers and the palm, and he's sort of, like, demanding they look into the scepter because he theorizes that, you know, given that you guys have been fucking his plans up, he might be able to use the scepter instead to draw that same energy from the rift.
Got it.
Why do I have these? I can't read.
What if, instead of going all the way to Tiber and then all the way to Columnos, what if we just ask our teleporting friend via Stone Phone here to go there for us?
Stone Phone. I love it.
Stone Phone, dude.
You hear about the Stone Phone 7 that's coming out?
Bro, I'm still on the Stone Phone 5, dude. It does not work.
You get locked in those contracts, man. It sucks.
I know, man. Cricket Wireless really out here fucking me over. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely try to contact Z for sure.
Y'all do it. I don't like talking to him.
I'll take it. I hold the rock. Do I have to do anything to the rock, or do I just talk at it?
You just, like, you concentrate on it and talk to it.
Got it. All right.
You must
well,
also be physically touching it.
Okay. Well, I'm touching it, and now I'm concentrating, and I ring him up. I say, "Hey Z, I have a question for you."
Oh, thank God, it's a voice that's not Grum. Excellent.
Is that
yes.
Z? Tell him I say hi. Is that him?
Yeah, that's him. Grump says hi.
Hello.
I say nothing in return.
How's he doing?
Yeah, he's doing great, and he says nothing in return.
That's so Z. That's so Z. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh my God,
Alright.
is he talking about me?
Uh,
Shut up. Wait.
So we have a proposal for you, Z. You can travel a lot faster than we can, so it seems. I'd love to learn that from you one day, if you're willing. But we are trying to rally
Did you
the
just
troops.
slide a subtle ask into an ask you're already giving?
Maybe, but the second ask is in both of our favors because you want to save the world too. I hope.
Whatever, just get on with it.
Yeah. So Tiber, we were gonna go to Tiber and try to recruit our friends there to our cause before we went to Columnos. But you could probably get there faster than we can, and then we can get to Columnos sooner. How would you feel about that?
So I take it you're calling a council meeting then?
Yes, and we're a little bit worried about Mr. Columnos guy, who might not be too happy with just 3 out of 5.
Mr. Columnos.
Yeah, Mr. Columnus
Like
is good.
Mr. Monopoly.
Just for future reference, his name is Lord Tolliverth Brinswin.
Oh, I know his name. I just don't
Oh,
care.
okay.
I don't care for him.
Okay, sure. Yeah, no, you don't. You definitely don't. As a commoner from Columnos, you do not like him.
I feel like my character Grub is actually laughing as well at
Yes.
the mention of Mr.
Mr. Columnos.
It's just so stupid. I love it.
Z says, well, as you might imagine, when I am seen in certain places, I'm not really wanted there. So, if you're okay with it, if I can disguise myself as one of you, if you're okay with that, I can't even believe I'm asking for permission. I'm willing to do it in that case.
As long as nothing horrible happens in our name, then sure.
I can neither guarantee nor guarantee that
Tell
is going
him.
to happen.
Tell him I'll call him again if he kills somebody.
Ooh, I'm sure you heard that. Grump speaks
did.
loud.
I heard that. And not even from the Sending Stone, just from hundreds of miles away. Well, that's better than nothing. I'll think about it. I'll take care of this, but in return, when all of this is over, one of you must fight me. Not in a battle of to the death or anything. I just want sort of like an exhibition.
Grum is silently raising his hand.
That's new, the silence part. Excellent. The deal is done.
Yes! Perfect. Sounds like it might be a cathartic battle for you.
I think actually dressing up as Grum is going to be the easiest. And by dressing up, I mean obviously I'm going to use magic. It's just, you know, it's not really hard to be a bumbling piece of shit.
Borrow my shirt.
What?
Do you need to borrow my shirt?
No.
Have an extra.
The magic is more powerful than just cloth, friend. It's going to be fine.
All right.
All right. Good.
Don't do anything
God.
stupid.
Well, if I do anything you do, it's stupid. Anyway, all right, over and out.
Perfect. All right, we can just head straight to Columnus then. I give,
Well, first
give
we
the stone back.
My stone bag.
We got to stop by Cilicia, you know, inform the channels. Don't we?
True, of course. Yeah, that's on the way.
Mm-hmm. So do we, you know, we
You have
slap our
to-
shoulders and
You have to concentrate. One of you has to concentrate on the piece of solace for 1 full minute, and anyone in physical contact with them will be transported with them.
all right, give me that.
Well, I'm grabbing onto Grum's shoulder because I don't think he's touching any of us on purpose.
He seems very focused.
Luck doesn't really know what's going on.
Luck,
but
hurry up,
this
get in
is-
here.
Okay. He puts his hands on Grum. And we're gonna sit here in silence for 60 seconds.
Mm.
Lovely weather we're having, eh?
Shut up. He's concentrating. All right, and you're there. You close your eyes. Something happens. You open your eyes, and you're atop the Temple of Solace, which is that big sort of like sanctuary to him in the middle of Cilicia, and you're atop the area with the dais where you first got the piece of solace. All those Earth weeks ago, months ago.
Let me check them lights.
Sure. You look, and all of the gems are lit. They're all lit.
We were
They're
right
lit.
about the puzzle 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago. Fuck.
They're shining brightly, and it's very exciting. And what do you know? But yet again, you've teleported in, and that familiar female voice from behind you. Excuse me, it's Aushus. And she says, "It's good to see you. The pedestal is lit, my friends. Looks like the job is done."
Not yet.
Not quite.
What, I will say there's some sinister energy in the air. Is something happened?
That would be
That-
the ultra powerful super god bent on destroying this entire continent and everybody on it.
Wielding
Ultra
the power
powerful
of the old
su-
gods.
Ultra powerful super god.
Eh.
Sorry, there's a lot going on. Can someone just sum this up in like one sentence for me that isn't really confusing, like ultra powerful super god?
Well, the shrines were meant to grant the Green Hand a massive power from the Rift, and they had a plan B, and that was the Scepter of Epholius, and now the Green Hand has it, and they're going to use it probably soon. So, square one.
Okay, great. Well, the good news is the shrines to all of those ancient fallen warriors are healed, so that's great. I'm happy to hear that, personally. That is good. That's good.
I love that we're not giving these people the good news because we've talked about it already, so it's not
Right.
we need to tell people about this. But
Yeah.
you are playing the characters like
Mhm.
we're just the most dreary, doomed
Yeah.
world people going around telling everyone about problems. Shit's gonna explode. We're all gonna die. Did you do
She's
anything
like-
fun this week? No.
She's like,
also.
Well, oh gosh. Well, oh, all right. Okay. Well, I'm going to go to the Rift. Where are you going? What's your plan?
We
that-
are going
see
to
the
rally a council meeting.
Okay, probably wise. Yeah, I imagine we're not just going to be fighting the Palm. All right.
Ooh, is the Columbus light still blinking, kind of flickering?
It has lit up a little more. Maybe it's something to do with the conjunction of the other shrines. Having been lit, it now sort of has more energy.
Cool.
It also, you wager it might have something to do with the fact that the Palm is no longer hellbent on getting there. Something to do with his intention has changed it. So she's like, yeah, okay. I'm gonna go to the Rift. I'll do anything I can to look over the Rift and Cilicia until you're ready. To be quite frank, I'm gonna be really honest. We're kind of counting on the four of you. You seem to be easily... Also, who is that? And he's like, I love, good to see you then. Nice, hello, she's very pretty, okay, hi.
I told you. Yeah.
I know. All right. He walks right up and he's like, my name's Look. And she's like, I'm spoken for. And he's like, and I'm walking away. And he walks back behind you guys. And he's like, you guys take the conversation. And she's like, yeah, I'm sworn to celibacy. Sorry. And he's like, no need to apologize. Forthright. I like that. And he's like, I'm going to go sharpen my my rapier. Seems like I don't really know what the fuck's going on. Peace. And he goes and he just sits on the edge of the temple and he's just like sharpening his sword on like a whetstone.
Don't be offended. Celibate is not Luck's type, so it's not a you thing. It's a him. Okay.
I literally shut him down, but whatever.
Don't worry
Great.
about it. He's like that.
Okay. Great. Happy to hear it. Ecstatic, actually. Great. I'm gonna go to the Rift. I look forward to seeing the four of you soon. I don't really know what else to say besides I hope Solace grants us good luck.
Before you go, could you tell us if there are any Columnation military police around?
Oh, what was that guy's name? Hang
Or
on.
are you looking for the captain or whatever he was? Yes.
I feel like his name was like Colt or something.
He and I are very good friends. If I
Is this
remember
episode 1
correctly. I think
or
so. Yeah.
2?
One.
We definitely the guy on from the bridge.
No. That was episode 2. I
Yeah.
think.
Cilicia.
Yeah.
Maybe it is session 2. Hang on.
Hmm.
Sorry, I have all the documents. Yeah, it's session 2.
I think session 1 ended when we solved the Dias puzzle in Cilicia.
Yeah, session 2 is when you had to do the encounter in the middle of Cilicia.
Mhm.
And this guy's name is Callum Kolar. Wowee.
My man.
Callum Kolar. His superior officer was killed in the attack on Cilicia, and he rose to rank, and he quite likes the four of you from what I remember. And just putting this out there, I don't remember what he sounded like. Here I have British received pronunciation, but slightly brightened, so I'm going to go for that. And we're just going to see whether he sounds the same as he did 6 months ago.
None of us will be any the wiser. So
Excellent.
you go, YouTube watcher.
Yeah, you comment away.
It's
not
the
the
same voice.
I mean, I've done a different voice for Z like every time he's shown up, so.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe I didn't.
No, it's always sounded something like this.
Yeah, that's the general tone. That's the tone of the piece. Okay, so yeah, she's like, I can direct you to Captain Kolar.
Yes, please. He would be perfect.
Excellent. And she takes you down those stairs, down the side of the building that you've taken before, and this time leads you back through the hall where you fought that, like, demon thing. And then she takes you out into the town square, and Callum Kolar is there, and he's like, tending to the needs of the people. There's some kind of, like, food drive going on, and he's sort of gathering donations into barrels of, like, produce from local farmers and dishing it out to the poor. He seems to have sort of, like, also weathered down his MP armor a little bit. It's like almost like he's sort of changed his allegiance just slightly. He's definitely still in the ranks, but something has changed about him. He's like sort of taking more of a paternal role in the town. Oh god, okay. British RP, but Brighton. Hey guys, how's it going? It's good to see the four of you. I'm really excited to see you.
That's a good Brighton.
Thank you.
Mm.
Not really, but it
Okay.
works. I don't know. I don't know.
I guess. Okay, sure. Yeah, my
I'm sorry.
It's
Sorry.
cool. No, it's great.
Thank you,
My
Patrick.
opinion's
I
wrong.
appreciate it.
Thank
No,
you.
I don't know. It's really good to see the four of you. I'm actually so glad to see you.
Yo, CK. And
You
there's
have a nickname. Excellent. It's me, Cool Kid.
This is our friend Luck.
It's nice to meet you. Oi, mate! Luck's getting very tired of being introduced to new people.
I'm gonna say hi to people like that.
Oi, mate!
Why, mate?
Hey!
Gouger's version is the best version. Alright, so, Callum's like, what can I do for you then?
Well, we were hoping to make use of your super fast communication channels.
Ah! The channels. Excellent. Yeah, well, I can do that. Yeah, sure. What do you need? You need something to be told.
Yes, the world is ending. Evil is coming.
Oh my
and
god.
We need to gather the council.
Okay. Simple enough.
We're hoping to reach Shalos in particular.
Okay. Alright. And Tarwain
Yes.
also need be reached. Just gonna throw that out there.
True.
He's like, alright, any actual specifics that I can give?
Yes, we need we need the leaders of both Shalos and Tawain to vote yes to a council meeting.
Okay, seems pretty urgent. Do they need to, like, leave?
I don't know how they hold these council meetings in person.
Yeah, they're always in person, in Columnos.
Got it.
Well, that came
then-
up many episodes ago, I think. So
That
no worries.
I think Billingson was telling me that. So I
Mm,
guess
yes,
so
yeah.
I can bring that up and I'll relay that to the.
Sure. Yeah, it's basically once 3/5 agree to a meeting, they convene in this special building in Columnos where the meetings have always been held since the Cataclysm. Yeah.
Got it. Well, then yes, they need to expedite their trip immediately.
Okay, and you said end of the world?
They'll know what we mean when we say that the Green Hand has nearly accomplished their goal, and we need to plan for the end game.
Right. This is not great. Excellent. All right.
Could be better.
Yeah, bearers of bad news, you lot. But that's okay. All right. Fastest channels. Here we go. Okay, all right. Conveyed. Okay, excellent. Good
oh,
God,
they're
that is...
they're in your head.
What?
The channels
I'm not.
are
I'm not at liberty to say. Not at liberty to say.
okay.
What if we had an extra detail for you to send as like a PS post scrunch?
To be honest, mate, I might have an aneurysm.
Well, hopefully they got everything they needed from that one then.
Oh, we had a full conversation. Me and the squadron in Tahuane were pretty tight, so they were fine with it. They said they're going to talk to Billingston. Apparently he's great. Everybody's sort of taken a liking to him, so they're going to talk to Billingston.
He's the best.
And then the guys in Shalos are going to talk to Lysel Stonethrower. They don't love me very much, but I said end of the world a few times. They sort of grasped that maybe the problem was a little bit bigger than them. So yeah, there's sort of just stragglers left in Shalos at this point, because you sort of, I take it you four sort of solved the religious insurrection. And so the MPs have sort of been filing out of there, but the stragglers, I got them, and they're going, so.
Well, perfect. Thank you so much for your help.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want like an apple or something, we got apples, so.
Apples are cool. So are beds, actually.
Yes.
Aren't you trying to go somewhere? Isn't the end of the world happening?
Yeah, but
I have a solution! Oh my god, I have a solution. Okay, wow. Big plan from me. Okay, here we go. Okay. There is this wagon, alright? It's a wagon that I procured from some thieves that were passing through the mountains like last week, right? I'll put 2 fast horses on it. There's nice cushions. You could reasonably take a nap in the wagon. Pretty reasonably.
Are they from Head Here?
They are from Head Here. These are pillows from Head Here. They're not the magic kind that I hear about. Apparently they're fresh out. Some chumps bought the last stock.
This one?
Oh my god, is that a Head Here pillow? Good god.
Magic one that gives me 1 extra HP every time I sleep on it.
So he basically he gets some guards to bring in this like rickety fucking wagon. But there are nice cushions on the wagon, and there's 2 very fast steeds, and there's a wagon driver. And he offers to take the 5 of you, you 4 and Luck, past the bridge and heading towards Columnos, but he's like, I'm not going to Columnos.
Okay. Well, that is a big help. We'll take you up on that offer.
Sure thing. All right. Well, lads, I've got to be honest, having a bit of an existential crisis right now. You did just dictate to me that the world's about to end. I'm running like a food drive. I'm just going to concentrate on that. I'm just going to try to like take little things, you know.
The good news is we have a plan and we have a shot. So you do that food drive.
I do like the sound of that. I'll also definitely, you know, muster the forces here in Cilicia, and, you know, we're not going to be unguarded, and we're pretty close to the rift, so if something takes place there, you know, we'll ride on it.
Mm-hmm.
You get into this wagon, bid him farewell. Aushus also bids you farewell. She's just going to walk, I guess, to the rift. She's like, I got plenty of time. So she elects to walk, and the wagon takes off. And you sort of drift off to sleep pretty quickly. The 4 of you are exhausted. It has been a very, very long day. And Gouger near died.
Very near.
So you managed to take a long rest in the wagon, and you actually make it over the bridge without even waking up. Clearly, the wagon driver is some kind of MP person. Luck. You find out later that Luck hid beneath you guys while you went over the bridge because he's not exactly welcome. And you make it over the bridge, and you make it pretty far south. And I'll actually pull up the map here for everybody on stream. So we're sort of now just northwest of Columnos, where this like little grouping of trees is. There's like a tiny little forest, and you've just passed that, and the wagon comes to a stop, and you're all sort of awake at this point, sort of waking up slowly. And Luck says, "You have a good sleep then, lads?"
Yeah.
He was out for hours. Hours you were out, I'll tell you.
Feels like I blinked.
One might even say we had a nice long rest.
Fuck.
Luck's like, I had a great talk with Dekabi for hours. I mean, I talked his ear off, to be honest. The guy turns around, and his eyes are bloodshot. And he's like, help me.
Nice, high five.
I'm leaving. Please pay me. And he holds out a basket for donations, just like, please.
I'm gonna give him 5 gold.
Probably reasonable. He did cart you across the country.
Yeah.
In a day. Nobody else? Nobody else
No,
shelling out
God,
for our
no.
boy?
Yeah, I'll give him 5 too.
No.
All right.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I'll remove
Nope.
it.
Nope.
He looks at you and he's like, oh, okay. And he puts the thing down. He's like, thanks, guys. Bye. And then just boom, like takes off back through the woods. And so now you're sort of just in this like area. You're facing southeast towards Columnos. And I have the map up on stream, but you can also pull up your own maps, obviously. You know, to your left, to the west, is the Columnation Highlands. These, or Tiber, whatever they are. These highlands that you visited before on your way to Tiber before, the Tiberian Hills. And you're sort of just in this open green. There's some woods behind you, trees every once in a while, but this seems to be a pretty, like, tame area of the nation, obviously. It's pretty heavily policed and guarded, obviously, being the seat of power in the nation. Yeah. So you're sort of just in this open field now, and you can just barely see some like townships in the distance that might be the outer edges of Columnos' jurisdiction, but you can't yet see the city.
I guess it's time for us to get a move on.
Yeah, also, obviously, long rest, your HP is fully recovered, your spell slots are recovered, etc.
And I say
So-
lead the way.
That's
I,
very
so-
good.
Confident, thick paladin.
So you start this trek, and Luck, you know, is sort of curious of the state of things, but he knows that you've said the state of things to like 1 billion people today already. And he sort of picked up bits and pieces, and he just says, who should I be looking out for? Anybody in particular I should be trying to slay, you know?
You'll know him when you see him. He's a very powerful guy. He'll be wielding a magic god scepter that will probably kill anyone that he even looks at the wrong way. And he'll probably be surrounded by hundreds of green magician people who are trying to kill us too.
Angry green lads.
Angry magician people.
A throng of angry card tricksters.
It's just Gambit. It's just thousands of instances of the X-Men
That's terrifying.
Gambit.
Oh no.
Really scary. Lots of dice just being thrown, which is kind of Luck's thing, actually.
Cards.
Cards, that's right. He throws cards, that's right. I'm thinking of a Pete Holmes sketch. It's a good sketch. Anyway, as you're sort of walking and Luck is talking about this, and he says, well, all right, you know, so it would make sense. He suddenly stops, and he halts, and he puts up his hand to all of you, signaling you to stop walking, basically.
What's going on?
Something's coming. Ready up, boys. You recall that Luck has the ability to detect old magic. Like an innate ability. He found that door that one time when you guys were wrongfully incarcerated in that hole in the wall for like a full night. And he's like, something's coming, boys. Ready up. Something big. And you start hearing... I'm gonna change the music. The beating of wings just... And then... just over top of you. And like... the dragon roars and then like, you know, plants its... down on the ground and wind emanates and pushes all of you backwards. And it's the familiar green dragon, and on board, of course, is the Index. And the Index is like, you know, rearing around on the dragon's, just on its, you know, the back of its, I guess the nape, the bottom of its neck, sort of riding front of the wings. And he says, "And so we meet again. I'm afraid I won't be so charitable this time, friends."
I elbow Luck and say, "That guy."
And Luck's like, "That's the one with the scepter?
No, that's not even him. That's the second in command.
You said big green magic guy.
There's an even bigger one.
Also, nobody's talking about how my one fucking thing is killing a dragon, and right in front of me there's a dragon, and to be honest, I'm popping off."
He's popping off! He's popping off!
The index goes, "Well, if you're ready, let's introduce you to some new friends." And he snaps, and there's this summoning noises to the left and to the right of the head of the dragon, and there are these heavily, like, skin-tight, green cloaked individuals that are clearly green hand members, but their faces are completely covered except for their green eyes. They look like almost like assassins. They're like flanking the dragon, and they have these huge curved daggers, like very Aladdin daggers, like the daggers that the guys. Yeah, exactly. You know, you're sort of paying attention to these two assassins and the dragon rears its head and looks like it's about to do something, and then the index snaps one more time, and then suddenly, "Okay, all right," and you turn around, and Luck, there is a blade sticking through his chest all the way to here.
No!
Like 6 inches out from his body.
No!
"That's not great, is it, boys? Oh, that is bad." And he falls to his knees, and he's grasping at the dirt and the grass, and he's just clasping for, and he's just like grasping for air, blood starting to seep out of his mouth.
Can I attempt to do something about this?
As
healing wise?
Sure, what would you like to try to do?
I would like to
try
try lay on hands.
As you begin to approach, also I've paused the music for dramatic effect. As you begin to approach Luck, there's obviously the assassin that peers out from behind him, so there's a third assassin with the blade sticking through, and then a fourth assassin jumps out in front and has a dagger as well, and is like standing in front and is ready to engage. And I'll pick the music back up. And the index says, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Did I not introduce my friends in the back? Well, they're more like colleagues, really. These are the Four-Fingered Left Hand, a group of elite assassins trained in the underbelly of Columnos by our very dear friend the Palm. I do wish you the best with them." And Gouger, actually everybody in the group roll perception. First roll of the night, baby!
First roll with real dice.
18.
I
Grump?
also rolled an 18.
11.
Alley bros.
Gouger.
4.
Let's go, dude! Let's go, dude!
He's popping off!
I'm popping off.
Also, anybody in chat, let me know if the music is too loud. I think it's okay in the mix, but we'll see. So, Caius and Lucius, you look, and there is a moment where you see Luck very, very very discreetly grabbing for something in his pocket, and he just rolls these like dice onto the ground, and he looks at it, and he looks up at you, and then he looks back at the dice, and then he just lifts his hand, punches the assassin behind him. That guy's like, "Oh!" And then he stands up, pulls the dagger out of his back, and then stabs the guy in the front of him through the chest, and then goes like this, and slices him in half, rips that guy in half, turns back to the other one, walks right over to him, stabs him in the face, breaks his back over his knee, throws him to the ground, throws that dagger in the ground. Then he gets up, he's just like firing. He gets his rapier out, throws it into the air, gets off his warhammer, he's like, "Check this fucking shit out, mate!" Winds up, hits the rapier on the handle, and it flies goes into the dragon's mouth, and then all the way back out the end and shoots out the tail, and the dragon flails, and fire starts billowing out of its open wounds. Blood is seeping out of its mouth as it, like, thrashes to and fro. Fire engulfs the index. The index gets thrown off the dragon, trying to put himself out, use magic to dispel the flames. And the dragon just... and sort of falls to the ground dead. And Luck looks at all of you and goes, "Killed a fucking dragon, mate!" And then he falls to the ground.
Hell yeah! That was sick! High five, Luck.
I don't know if he can.
He's unconscious.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll worry about it later.
God damn.
So now, one of the bodies of the assassins lies twain. One has a hole in its face. That one's also dead on the ground. And the dragon is now also dead on the ground. And the dice lay on the ground, and it's 3d6s, and they all have 6s. He typically rolls one die to do one thing, and he rolled all 3. The index, now getting up with, like, burns on his arms and on his legs, is like, "That's mine. That's mine. That was mine. These are all mine. Very well, very well, very well, very well." And he looks at the 2 assassins. He's like, "Finish this, please." And he snaps his fingers again, and this terrifying beast appears in front of the dragon. And then he snaps his hands again, and this massive black steed appears, and he mounts the steed and rides off towards the rift northwest. And what is now before you?
Can I chuck something at him while he leaves?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
I have to
What is
roll.
now before you is what is on screen. It is this 4-armed, gorilla-looking thing, and of course, characteristically, it has green eyes.
Of course. What do I do to throw my axe at him?
Roll to hit.
Okay. I don't think I get advantage. So 12.
No.
Okay.
No.
I miss.
But it does, you use the hand axe of Hajoldnar, I assume.
Goldnar, yeah.
Yeah.
he'll jolt now.
And it and wisps past his head and then comes back to you, and you catch it. And he takes off into the distance. You spooked him. You spooked him.
Good. Is that Samurai Jack?
Yes, it is.
Excellent.
Wonderful. Everybody... Oh, I need paper. Roll initiative.
Woo! 20, baby.
Nat 20?
Mm-hmm. On my second roll, because I get
You get
I
advantage.
get advantage on initiative rolls. And thus ends my new and exciting skill as a barbarian.
Hey, level 8's gonna be big.
Oh, okay.
True.
Fair enough.
Hey, Mr. DM, can you remind me what your house rules for inspiration points are, since I have one now?
You can re-roll any d20 after
Got it.
the fact. So once you roll the d20, if you dislike it, you can spend your inspiration point to re-roll.
Sounds good.
And if you choose to re-roll, if your new roll is worse than the first one, you take the first one.
Ooh, all right.
That's just a little spicy bonus.
I like it.
Grump.
20.
Nice, Gouger.
19.
Well, you should add something to this, no? So it should be even higher than 20.
22.
Yeah, what's your initiative? Yeah.
22.
20?
Gouger.
19.
Caius.
11.
Lucius.
15.
The enemies also got a 20.
Oh, damn.
Nat 20.
They're fast boys.
Are you making that work for rolls against them too? Like, if an enemy would hit them, can Danny force a reroll? No. Inspiration points are just for player rolls. It's a good question. It has to be an active choice. Alright, well, first up is Grump. And so, basically in front of you, on your right, about 20 feet in front of you, and to the right a little bit, it's like 25 feet, is the first assassin, then the same on the left, and then in the middle of them where the dragon was, and is now the corpse behind, is this gorilla thing, which you can see on stream.
Okay. Hold on. I'm pulling up something that I didn't have pulled up yet. Let's see. How close are they to each other?
They're all 5 feet away from each other. So like the assassin is 5 feet from the gorilla is 5 feet from the other assassin.
Well, then I'm gonna take out
So
Shieldy.
10 feet total.
I'm gonna take out Shieldy, tap him on the head. Wake up, buddy. It's fireball time.
Oh shit, I need to look that up.
That's what I just did. Ah. What? Why
Okay,
did that
Google.
Yeah, seriously. I don't know what happened. I didn't even press anything.
No, not the Forgotten Realms wiki. That is useless to me. 5e tools. Perfect. Okay.
I'll be casting it at the beast so as to engulf the two assassins in the radii.
Sure. So you're doing Fireball or Wall of Fire?
Oh, I forgot about Wall of Fire. Which would be better? I don't even think I've looked at Wall of Fire yet.
Wall of Fire. You create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range. You can make the wall up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick. Or a ringed wall up to 20 feet in diameter, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick. The wall is opaque and lasts for the duration. When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dex saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 5d8 fire damage or half as much damage on a successful save. One side of the wall, selected by you when you cast the spell, deals 5d8 fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall. A creature takes the same amount of damage when it enters the wall for the first time or on a turn that ends there. The other side of the wall deals no damage.
Let's just do fireball. that's
Okay.
That's too much to keep track
That was
of.
very complicated.
Yeah, for anyone here. I don't want that evil on me or you. It seems really good, but I don't want enemy turns to take like 7 minutes each because we gotta do all this fucking firewall calculation. So just fire.
Yeah, a bright streak flashes from your from the shield to a point you chose, which is the gorilla. 20-foot radius sphere, excellent. Everyone in that area must make a dex saving throw. A target takes 8d6 fire damage on a failed save. Oh, this is looping. We should stop that loop. Sorry. Fire spreads around the corners and higher levels. Okay. Alright. I will roll for them. So they need to make dex saving throws DC 21.
Wow.
The first assassin fails. The gorilla succeeds. The second assassin fails. No. 18 plus 5 is 23, and it's DC 21, so that's a success. So one assassin takes full damage, and then two of them take half damage, right?
24 damage is what I rolled. 8d6.
That's exactly average.
Neat.
Yes, so the one assassin takes, how much again? 24?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So that.
And then 12.
And the other ones take 12.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Nice. That's a lot of damage. Total, you just did 48 damage.
And then... I guess I will get mad. I'm going to get enraged as my bonus action. And that'll end my turn.
Okay.
Rage begins now, gentlemen. Don't talk to me. I'm doing angry boy things.
No talk, I angy.
Let's get some hype in the chat for the fight as well. This is the big fight of the night. We gotta get hype for it.
Yo, drop those hype ups. In the pants.
Ooh.
In the frogs.
I like
Por
it.
favor.
Por favor. Muchas gracias. All right. Up next is the lads. Oh, Paul VRB, thanks for the Prime Gaming sub. Thanks for spending your Bezos bucks here, your Jeffy dollars. And OTDQ, thanks for the tier 1 sub as well. I saw that. Thank you. Welcome to the Pants Brigade, friends. All right, so they're gonna attack, and they have lots of things they can do, evidently. Oh my god, that is a cool ability. All right, so the gorilla is gonna go first, and it's gonna charge at you, Grum. Obviously, it just saw fire come out of you, and then.
Oh, it was Shieldy, not me. Leave me alone.
What's Shieldy's bonus to your AC, to your armor class? 2?
I think it's 1.
It's 1.
If it's a normal shield, it should be 2.
Oh, well then it's 2.
I think it is 2.
Oh yeah,
Also,
plus 2
Moon-
AC. Yeah.
Moonchild, thanks for the Prime sub for 2 months. Appreciate that.
So I have 18. It's my armor class.
All right, well, it's gonna attack. It's gonna try to claw at you, and it nat 1s.
Oh.
So it swings at you, swings right on you, and Shieldy goes up and goes, fire, and then like it hits because it's like its hairs are a little singed, and it hits the shield and then slips and falls to the ground onto its butt. And it does not have the opportunity to multi-attack you. Return,
Monkey.
give up humanity. Return to monkey. It is now.
Good work, Shieldy. Good work. Thanks.
Thank you for the affirmation. The 2 assassins are going to go now. The one that was more injured is going to throw a knife. Oh, what is your party order? Where are you standing, by the way? You would have been basically in your walking order.
Yeah, so I probably would have been first.
I
I
probably would have
assume.
been second.
I assume Grum stepped to the side so as to not fireball us.
Yeah, so basically it's like Lucius in front, and then you're probably like pyramided out from there. So we'll say Gouger to the left of Lucius, Caius to the right, and then Grum stepped out a little bit forward to try to hit them.
Sure.
And Luck is on the ground, incapacitated.
Whoop.
So one of them is going to throw a throwing knife at you, Lucius, and a second. So 2 throwing knives.
Okay.
Roll to your dick.
Hey, Lucius, while you're getting stabbed, maybe think about going over and saving our good friend Luck if there is anything left to save.
Could think about that while I'm getting stabbed.
Yeah,
He
that's why you
missed one, crit the other. So it's like he just hit both.
Oh, perfect.
16 damage.
Well, all right. Might have to consider keeping some of my heal points for myself at this point.
It's just into your body, and you maybe like they're small. They're like tiny knives. They're like this big, little throwing knives with like the holes in them and everything for aerodynamics.
Owie.
The other assassin though is going to charge at Caius, who's closest to him, and attempt to stibbity-stabbity stab. That's a miss.
Mhm.
That's a hit. I'm assuming a 25 hits you.
Yeah.
I know your armor classes now. D8, there it is. Okay, you take 9 damage, but now you must make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. It should pass, yeah.
What is it?
16?
That is bigger than 14.
Yeah.
So you evade being poisoned.
Ew.
You manage to steal your resolve, and the poison does not affect you. And it is going. This man is going to slash again.
Rude.
Fights have been too easy for all of you, so we're just buffing everyone now.
Worth mentioning that everybody who does a saving throw within 10 feet of me, since we might have more saving throws, gets a +6 bonus to them from my aura of protection.
Excuse me?
You know that
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
that
like
you
what?
gave him at the beginning of the session?
This is passive?
Friends can't. Friendly saving throws within 10 feet gain my charisma bonus, which is +6.
Is that just on charisma saves?
I don't think so.
Cool.
I mean, I can make sure, but
Let's double check on that. Well,
Well,
this
DM.
Also,
this
10
guy
feet. Only 10 feet, so...
Caius is in that. Grum is not, I don't think. But Caius and Gouger are both covered.
starting at 6th level, whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet of you must make a saving throw, the creature gains a bonus to the saving throw equal to your charisma modifier with a minimum bonus of 1. You must be
Yeah,
conscious
that'll-
to grant this bonus.
Yeah, that'll do it. All
22,
right.
Yeah.
The second attack also hits you. 19, right?
Yeah. No, sorry. For my AC, yeah.
So now you take 13 damage,
Is that another?
and you must make a DC 14 con save.
What are ties?
It's a
Do I
success, I believe. I believe a
Okay.
tie is a success.
You rolled an 8?
Well, you also should have a bonus unless your bonus is +0 to Constitution saving throw.
I mean, that's pretty much all I needed. So that's all I factored.
Okay, sure. So you succeed. And now it is Gouger's turn.
My turn. So, kind of behind us right now is Luck unconscious on the ground with 2 dead assassins, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take my turn. I didn't get to attack first, so I'm not going to get all my nasty buffs. I know that. So, I'm going to take my turn, and I'm instead going to dash over to the dead bodies, and I'm going to loot one of the assassins for one of their fancy schmancy daggers.
You have it.
Got it. Cool. You're going to have
It
to give me
is-
the info on that.
It's going to be plus your dex bonus to hit.
Okay.
And the damage is 2d8 plus 4. I think. Would that be the same for you? If you're not like, it's not like your weapon. Let's say 2d8 plus 2 for you.
Sure.
Like, what does your current dagger do?
I have a rapier, and it does 1d8 plus 4.
Yeah, we'll say 2d8 plus 2. That's fine.
Sure.
This is late game. It's okay. And when you attack a target, the target must succeed on a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. This is when you, like, break skin.
Yeah.
And if they fail, they take 1d6 damage at the start of every turn for 1 hour.
What?
Unless they have, like,
Perfect.
an antidote or something.
That's like
All right.
that's a lot of turns.
So how far away is Luck then? Did I, like 10 feet?
You had to move probably like 10 or 15 feet to get to him, yeah.
Okay. So not enough movement to get to
Oh.
an enemy from here.
Puppy. He's
Oh,
so
Pupper.
close to the pizza without eating it. What a good dog.
You can get to the one that's attacking Caius, probably.
Okay, then I'm gonna do that. With my fancy schmancy poison dagger, I'm gonna give them a taste of their own medicine.
Sure. Roll to hit. And they're within range of Caius, obviously, so you get that buff.
Right. So. Wait, Caius's buff is what?
Remember that thing where when your enemies are within range of the party? Remember that thing where, like, your party members are right next to an enemy?
Oh,
Don't you
right.
don't you get a thing for that?
You're talking about my thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Which is sneak attack. Right. Okay. Does a 13 hit?
No.
No. Okay. Well, then I'm going to use my inspiration point because I haven't to re-roll.
Okay.
Does a 20 or wait. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, this is going to be nasty. So I get 2d8 for this. And my sneak attack adds 4d6 to that. Total damage is plus 2 is 29.
29 damage.
29.
And I thought you might do this with the dagger. And they trained for so long, they are immune to poison.
Okay.
Oh,
Good call. Good call.
All right.
Nice little retcon there. I appreciate that.
It's not retcon. It's not retcon.
I wrote it down.
It's not retcon. It's right here. Conditioned immunities. Charmed, frightened, poisoned.
Okay.
Ooh, even more information than we had before.
no extra info there.
Sorry,
All
damn
right.
it.
Libra.
So we cannot.
You said 29 damage?
We cannot seduce them, unfortunately. Yes, 29.
We can't charm them. We can seduce them.
Okay.
Different. They can hate us, but we can still bone down. Yeah.
Bone down.
And then
all right.
to
Yeah.
finish my turn, I can use my bonus action to hide. So I'm going to do that behind Caius.
Okay. You're right behind Caius.
Good.
Up next is Lucius.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and cast. What's it called? The thing where I can mark people. Hunter's Mark. And I'm going to mark the guy who threw the knife at me is not near me, right? He's like stood far away.
Danny, move your webcam a little bit.
Please.
Look at the puppy.
What is he doing?
He's standing on the couch because there's the smell of pizza in the air, and the higher he goes, the better he can smell it. So he thinks.
He was literally right next to the pizza like 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, Michelle took the pizza away though.
Oh.
So now
it's
he's trying
gone
to smell for it to find where it went.
It's gone to the above realm.
Oh, just plop down on the couch cushion.
Yeah, that's his favorite spot.
All right.
Oh.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Danny?
All right, now kill some imaginary nerds. Now that we've looked at your dog.
It's Hunter's Mark time. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna mark. I was gonna ask the guy who threw the knives at me. He is not close to me, right? He was still
Correct.
where he stood originally.
Correct.
Okay. I'm probably gonna rush that guy.
All right.
Yeah, he's within walking distance, right? 30 feet.
Yes. Also, Patrick, I hate to derail things, but that fucking Master Sword in the back is sick as hell.
Oh, thank you. It's a super cheap replica. It's crooked, made of really inexpensive plastic.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
And
It looks cool.
Well, the sword isn't, and I used
Oh,
it
okay.
to beat the shit out of some pots, so it's damaged as hell.
And that can be yours for a minimum $100 donation throughout the week.
That's right. Here on the adef does quality streams. AGDS. Fuck. Never mind.
adef games, damn quick.
That's actually good.
All right.
All girls don't
Don't finish
quack.
that. Okay.
Except for girl ducks. I mean,
Hey, you shut your goddamn mouth about these girl ducks.
True. All right. So yeah, my turn.
Curse
I'm gonna-
Lysa.
I'm gonna go ahead and Hunter's Mark the guy who decided to throw poison knives at me. And then I'm gonna run straight up to him, and I'm going to smack him with my longsword. So I'm gonna roll that now. Well, I hope I smack him with my longsword anyway. I rolled a big number. I rolled a 23.
It's a hit.
Cool. And then my longsword, which I haven't looked at in 4 weeks, so give me a moment. Is going to do 6, and then Hunter's Mark gives me an extra 1d6. 10 damage to that guy.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I get +2 to damage rolls when I'm only wielding one hand. So 12.
Okay. Also, Gouger, did you add 2 from the dagger from the +2? Okay. And you said 12, Danny?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. Is that your turn?
I think so.
Cool. Up next is Caius.
Just trying to get everyone set up for the next round, especially Mr. Berserker mode over here. So I'm gonna cast Bless at the second spell slot. And target
Had the
all
emote
four
wall
of us.
queued up.
Yeah. And yeah, if y'all don't know, it's a plus 1d4 to all attack rolls and saving throws for 60 minutes.
Is the level 2 just to extend it to an extra person?
Yeah, to me.
Cool.
So it's 1d4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
And that's my full action.
Cool. Up next is Grump. There is a gorilla in front of you lying on the ground.
Oh yeah, he fell.
I have to look up the prone condition every time.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure you get advantage, right?
Advantage
Am I
on
right about
melee,
that?
disadvantage on ranged, I think.
Oh.
Something
Creature
like
has
that.
disadvantage on attack rolls. An attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet. Otherwise, it has disadvantage. So yeah, basically.
Well, in that case, I am,
Ranged melee is disadvantage.
Okay. I am gonna take my axe of Hold Joldnar and bring it crashing down onto this foul beast's dome.
Slay the gorilla. Slay it.
Slay. Okay.
That's
so
Shieldy talking to you. That's Shieldy speaking to you.
Working on it.
Faster.
Roll to hit. Roll with advantage. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. That was a 11.
Total.
The first roll was 11. Second roll was 2.
Right, but do you add bonuses?
What is the bonus again? It's been so long.
It should be attack bonus. Should be the middle number in the thing. But it was different for when you just swung the axe, I think, rather than throwing it. I don't really remember.
Dexterity and proficiency. So
I think it's strength when you wield it in your hand.
I have dex written down, but okay. We can do strength. I like strength. Strength is good.
I feel like it should be strength if you're wielding it
Okay.
rather than throwing it. When you're throwing it, it should absolutely be dex.
It is for sure, but I think we just kept dex because that's what it is for throwing.
Yeah, fuck
Okay.
it.
So
Oh, you also get plus 1d4, right? Or is that just saving throws? Caius.
For bless?
Yeah, does that happen on attack rolls?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so you also add 1d4.
so 11 plus 7 is 18.
It's already a hit.
Okay, well, thank you for dragging me into success. I appreciate that. Now for damage, it looks like 1d12 plus, I guess, strength. Never mind. No, I'm so confused. Anyways, I'm gonna roll a d12, and that's what we're gonna go with.
Well, you should add a number, too. It should add... What should it add, though? That's the question.
Exactly.
I think it is strength. No? Right, Danny? Am I stupid? I'm very bad at being a player. Very bad at being a player.
The throwing hammer? What was it?
No. When you are swinging a strength-based weapon, the damage bonus is strength, right?
Should be. I think so.
Yeah.
And I also added strength to the hit dice. Is that correct?
Yes.
When you're rolling to hit, it's strength and proficiency.
That's right.
For damage, it's just strength.
I think so.
Okay, so that'll be 11 on the d12 plus 4, so that's 15 damage.
Nice.
And now I get to do it again. Yay!
Yay.
Oh, I totally forgot that I have a second attack. I guess I'll just make sure I use that next time.
Do 3 next time, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're not getting it back.
No, it's okay. It's worth. It's
All right.
gotta make those mistakes.
All right, I got a 12 on the d20, so that's a hit because 11 was a hit.
Yes.
So we're rolling the d12 again. That's a 9er. That's another 13 damage.
Nice.
And I didn't even
You
have
take-
to attack recklessly because he was prone.
You take 2 good gashes,
Add 4 damage because I'm rage.
both to both.
2 to each.
Oh, okay.
Total.
Thank you. All right. Up next is the enemies. If you're done.
I think that's it.
Okay. The gorilla is going to stand. And then, because it is what it is, I'm also gonna just disobey the rules for a second, and it's gonna attack you. I don't really care very much. Yeah, it's just gonna attack. It has a multi-attack, and so we're gonna act like one of its actions to stand was, because it doesn't have a... Don't worry about it. It's attacking you.
It's like 2 legs and 1 arm to stand up, so it's
Exactly, and it's got 4 arms.
It's within reach, so I get it. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Does an 18 hit you?
It ties.
That is a hit.
Okay. Then yes.
Because ties, I give you guys ties. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. Be nice, Gorilla Man.
You take 16 damage.
Ooh, not bad.
Just clobbers you over the head.
Ha! Try harder next time, silly monkey.
Tell the monkey.
Yeah, get him, Shieldy.
Stupid ape.
Oh shit! We're all popping off today.
Go off,
Would
Shieldy.
would we say that this shield is spitting fire right now?
Oh, that was good. That was good.
It was good. I
That
hate
was
that it
good.
was good.
I also hate that it was good.
I don't like that this music is playing. Boss music, baby. Alright. The assassin that Danny is right next to is gonna attack him with a slash. 2 of them, actually. First one's a miss. Second one hits.
19.
It's a 24.
Okay, just making sure, because my armor class recently went up, so you know.
I know, Danny. I know. You take 14 damage.
Alrighty. And in response, I'm
Hang
going
on,
to...
you gotta do the poison first. Hang on.
Oh,
DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
true. Am I within 10 feet of myself?
No.
I believe it is talking about other players.
It says friendly.
What?
Yeah,
you're
that's
gonna,
not
you're
you.
gonna add your own charisma bonus?
That's
to you?
not you. That's
Well,
not you. Danny,
on.
if you could add 6 to all of your saving throws just across the board, you'd be invincible.
Yeah.
Why you gotta ruin my fun?
Yeah, fuck you.
Fine.
Stay
You are-
in your lane,
You are
Paladin.
not within 10 feet of yourself.
Well, where am I?
Nobody knows, dude. That's the big human question.
Alright.
Are we here? Aren't we?
I
Are we
rolled a
within 10 meters of
16,
our-
so it doesn't even matter.
How can we
What?
be within 10
I rolled a
feet?
16.
All right, then you're fine.
Okay.
How can we be within 10 feet of ourselves if our real bodies are being held by the Matrix?
True.
How can we be within 10 feet of ourselves?
When our eyes aren't real.
All right, and you're gonna return the attack, I assume?
Yes, I'm going to hellishly rebuke this guy by snapping my fingers, and he bursts into flame. He must make a dexterity saving throw. He is. I don't think I'm friends with this guy, so even though he's within 10 feet of me, he does not get my charisma bonus.
I would agree.
Yeah.
You knew each other in middle school.
Dexterity saving throw against what is it? 8 plus 16. Sorry, 17 actually. My proficiency is 3 now.
He fails.
Nice. That means he takes 3d10 fire damage.
Do you want me to roll it?
Go for it.
I believe I have a few of those. He takes, you said 3d10,
Yeah.
13,
That's not
No.
good at all.
12.
What? You can't just downgrade my 13.
I'm so sorry.
Are you?
I counted wrong. I'm not at all. Literally not even a bit.
Wow.
Not even a small amount.
That was like not very hellish. Not a very hellish rebuke.
You did
Is he
rebuke
on-
him, I would say.
Is he on fire
Fine.
or anything?
He's not
Yeah.
on fire, no.
He's just rebuked
Yeah, he just got
It
rebuked.
was a constructive
rebuked.
criticism.
hellishly. I hate you. And then he bursts into flames. All right. The other one is gonna attack Caius. Miss.
Mhm.
Hit. Is it both the same roll, 7 and then 18? There's a bonus, obviously. All right, you take 11 damage,
Ow.
and then DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
I fail.
+6.
All right.
I rolled a 2.
Oh.
So you also get the D4. So it's +6 to 8. Yeah, it's not enough.
It's
Well,
still
what's
not
your
enough.
saving throw bonus? What's your saving throw bonus on Constitution?
Just +1.
So it becomes 3, 9. Yeah, you can only get to 13.
Yeah.
1 too low. All right. You take at the start of your next turn, you'll take 1d6 damage.
Okay.
It is now Gouger's turn.
Excellent. Okay.
This song is so good.
I would just like to mention that all of the things I'm reading say that I do get aura protection. We can play it if I don't, that's what you want, but I think it's supposed to apply to me too.
I think that if you passively got +6 on all of your saving throws on top of your already enabled bonus, that would be wacko. But I'll consult the tomes after this session.
I have a suggestion, real quick. You gave me Kinyr's necklace, which gives me +4 charisma. My charisma
Yeah.
otherwise is +2. Do you want to give me a +2? So like, just don't apply the necklace to my saving throws. It's a good compromise.
What's the ability called?
Or aura of protection.
I need to know. Apologies for the current interruption. If someone wants to...
Oh, actually, it would be sorry. So the +4 of Kinyr's necklace is to like the number out of 20. It's not +4 to my modifier. So it would be instead of +6, it would be +4. That's my base stat is +4, my base modifier.
Okay. If someone wants to, like... Oh, damn it! Starting at 6th level, whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet of you must make a saving throw, the creature gains a bonus to the saving throw equal to your charisma modifier, with a minimum bonus of +1. You must be conscious to grant this bonus. So I don't... Oh, it does change your charisma modifier, so it is +6. Yeah, alright, whatever. Fine.
All right. I'm happy to do it without the necklace if you want.
No. No, it's okay.
Okay.
I'll let you have this.
All right. I'm so good.
Yeah, real persuasive. I just consulted Google. Alright, so... Wait, were you making a saving throw or something, or...?
I previously made a saving throw, which I succeeded without this.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so up next is Gouger, right? Yes, Gouger's turn.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time.
Sure.
Take a little stab with my new poison dagger.
Just like out from behind Caius.
That's right. Step out.
I'm here again.
And then back.
He's my stand.
That's right.
Oh, you're approaching me?
23 hits, correct?
It's a weird stand. I guess they're all weird. Yeah, it hits.
They are very weird. So the same damage, 2d8, 4d6, plus 2 is 23. And I can't
Love
poison
it.
them because they're immune, but 23 damage.
All right.
Go, my stand. Pablo Bado.
Gouger! Higashi kata Josuke. Oh my god, you have to watch JoJo. It's so good. It's so good.
It's wacky.
I know you disliked Hunter x Hunter, but JoJo is like undeniably a masterpiece.
God, I genuinely hated Hunter x Hunter.
Why did you finish it if you disliked it so
I
much?
spite watched it. So that everyone that loves it, I
The
can
worst
say I watched
arc-
every fucking minute of that bullshit.
The
You're
worst arc is the longest one, and it's at the end.
wrong. Yeah, it's
The
like
Chimera Ant arc is
30
bad.
hours of melodrama.
It's the worst part of the show. When I rewatch the show now,
No.
when I rewatch the show now, I don't watch that arc. I skip to the last 3 episodes every time.
I just like Baki. Baki.
Oh.
Bucky.
Buggy that goes.
Baki. Nunderis.
There are a lot. Hisoka's the best. You can't deny Hisoka being the best.
Oh, I got
All right, Gouger. What else? What else we got?
That's it. I'm gonna, peek back behind Caius again.
All right. I think you're supposed to roll stealth when you do that, but you're not doing anything that requires you to be hidden. You're just protecting yourself.
Yeah.
Because sneak attack is when an enemy is in range of a party member, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So then, yeah. All right.
And also, I think that there is a difference between attempting to hide and using hide the actual action. I could be wrong, but
Okay.
like, there is a movement called disengage that you wouldn't have to make that like saving throw for an attack of opportunity, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you're okay.
So,
Up next is Lucius. Also, the one in front of Caius is looking bad.
good. For us anyway, yeah.
All right. I am going to. Everybody alive?
I'm alive.
Okay. Somebody said ow.
For now.
I'm gonna cast Branding Smite, which will apply to my next melee attack, which I will do 2 of this turn because that's what I can do now. I'm gonna now swing my sword, and I rolled a 9 plus 6 is 15. Does that hit?
Did you roll your d4?
Oh no, I didn't. True. 17.
It's a hit now.
Woo!
Nice.
Oh,
All right. And then for damage, I'm gonna roll my longsword, which is a 12. I'm gonna roll Hunter's Mark, which is 3, so 15. And then Branding Smite is 3d6, so 15 plus 1, 16, 2, 18, 3, 21.
Okay.
Quick maths.
You are clobbering this individual.
Yes.
They are still alive.
Okay, and now I get to do my second sword hit.
Damn straight.
Also, just so you know, this guy is now dimly glowing.
Cute.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah.
It's important to me.
He can't become invisible in case he wanted to. This one does not hit.
Okay.
Well, they are assassins. That actually is
Yeah.
maybe a little useful.
He's in grave danger. It is now Caius' turn. The guy in front of you is bleeding.
I'm about to swing at him with this goddamn pike of mine.
This little pike of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Actually, no, I already said pike. Already the pike.
Okay.
In case we were playing by those rules, readying things and whatnot.
Like chess, when you touch a piece, you can't untouch it.
Fingers on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to Sraisu 18 hits, right?
Yep.
Sick. And that pike is going to do for the first attack 3. That's 9 damage for the first one. Then I'm going to use my extra attack.
Dead.
Is he dead now? Cool.
Dead.
Can I use my extra attack?
You pike him to death.
He got piked to death.
He got piked to death. You can definitely get to the gorilla and aid Grump.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. Gouger, I think you'll be okay, right, buddy?
I'm okay right here. Yeah.
I'm okay right here.
Don't worry about
Incurring
me.
the bonuses. I'm going to take this pike and rush up to this gorilla then.
Sure.
And I'm going to roll plus the plus. It's 15 hit the gorilla?
15 total on the gorilla, yes.
Cool. I will roll the 1d10 plus 3 now. That's a 5.
Okay.
Chipping at him. But I'm there. I Grum. And my turn.
It is Grump's turn.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Well, I guess just gonna do the same thing again. Let's. Oh, it's not on the floor anymore, though.
Correct.
That means my reckless attack will come into play. Very good. I will attack recklessly into the gorilla's big stupid head. Roll, please. Ooh. Okay, well, the first attack misses. You
Even
got
with the blessing?
2 and 5. Well, I guess.
If you're attacking
5
recklessly,
plus-
don't you
I
get
already-
advantage?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
2 and 5. Yeah.
Well, what's the bonus on the attack?
That's what I'm looking at. I don't think it's enough, but
You also get to roll bless.
we're adding 7 to 5 plus.
Even if you roll a 1, it still hits. It's a hit.
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
His
got
arm
no
class
armor.
is really low. Yeah.
He's a monkey. Great.
He doesn't really wear armor.
That's fantastic. Let's roll that d12. And add that 4, and then that 2. That's going to be 8 damage.
Nice.
Now we do it again.
Yep.
Okay, I got a nat 1 and then an 18.
You
So
take
we're
the
gonna
18.
We're gonna take the 18.
Mm-hmm. It's a hit.
That's a 12 plus 6 is 18 damage.
Let's
Nice.
go.
And then I'm gonna walk over to my lad Lucius.
You
Get
will
those-
incur an attack of opportunity when you do that.
Better buddy up with Gaius real quick.
Yeah, you can stay over there with the monkey.
Yeah, I'll just stay by the monkey then.
It's a kind
Gaius
monkey.
is also
Give him a
by.
little head pat.
Hang
He's
out
just
with
a
my
monkey.
Oh,
should know
I was poisoned. What do I take for poison? I forgot about that.
Oh, 1d6.
At the beginning of every turn.
I'll take 4 damage now. Ow, I'll take 4 damage now.
Grum, if that's your turn, then it is now D Gorilla's turn. The monkey bout to swing at you, though. What's your armor class, Grum? With the shield?
18.
Hits on the second one. Uh, 12 damage.
Okay.
Just another swing and a clobber onto the shield. It really hurts your arm. Owie. I'm firing on all cylinders tonight, if that wasn't obvious.
Owie.
Owie. I expended all my gamer points on the luck death moment. All my gamer energy went there.
That's okay.
And now it is the other assassin's turn who's going to attack Lucius. Miss. Miss. You're scot-free.
Nice.
And up next is Gouger.
Right. I,
Gorilla to your left, human to your front.
human
But
to my front.
Far. Like, far.
How far?
Like 15 to 20 feet.
20 feet? Okay, we're going that direction then. We're going to go help out Lucius, and I'm going to use my poison dagger and give a little stabby stab.
This fight would have been a lot harder if there were a dragon and 4 assassins, I would wager.
Probably.
True.
No.
Okay.
What was the roll going to be different if they didn't roll so high on their perception? Like you did the
it was
whole...
you guys. It was you guys that rolled perception.
Right.
Um,
And then luck rolled 3 6s. It was that
Luck.
roll going to be lower if the perception was lower?
Your perception was just to see him roll the dice.
Oh, because we did in fact roll exactly what he rolled. 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even take note of that. That's very funny. Your perception roll was merely to see him start to do a fun thing.
I like that I had a low perception roll and didn't notice that, but the people with the high perception rolls both did.
It's true.
Isn't
I
that
didn't
fun?
notice it either.
That's fun.
Little outside of game, fun in game.
It's being fun. It's a good
Oh
time.
my god. What's happening right now?
I'm attacking the other assassin with my
Yeah,
poison
that's
dagger.
right. Yes.
And I hit, for sure.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Let's fucking go and pop it off. So I'm just gonna add all these crazy numbers together.
Hey, I bet
What?
any number will do it.
Any number will do it.
Probably.
Did you just kill steal me?
That's what assassins do. 21.
That's awfully roguish of you to say.
Did you say 21 damage? Yeah, that's 7x what you needed. So,
Sorry, Danny.
So that's good. Just falls to the ground.
Easy.
Thanks for the subs and the follows that are rolling in. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome to the Pants Brigade. Let's get a wall of pants for those new gamers. 2 enemies down, just the gorilla left to go. Technically, it's called a Giralon, but
Sure.
it's a gorilla with 4 arms. It's a disgrace to nature, is what it is.
Yeah. And
A complete homunculus.
I guess to end my turn, I don't want to get conked by this thing, so I'm going to stay with Lucius right here.
Cool. Up next is Lucius.
Well, sorry to leave you behind, little bird man, but I'm
That's
gonna go
okay.
ahead and run up to the back of this gorilla, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hit him with my sword.
Okay.
Yep. Being behind somebody doesn't do anything extra, right?
Unless you have something that says it does extra.
Danger very close to webcam.
It was small text. I apologize. My eyes are bad. There's a thing that I might ask about on my turn. But anyway.
All right.
I rolled very
I'm
high.
gonna say no, Danny, because he knows you're there.
Okay. I rolled
That
a
answers
25 to hit, and I
That's a
rolled a 14 damage on my first hit.
Okay.
And then next one is a 1. I rolled a 1 on my attack roll.
That's tough.
Yeah.
You fall over.
Damn.
You do the first swing and you turn around to gouge and you're like, huh, and then you turn around and then just fall over. So you're now prone right behind this 4-armed monkey.
Okay.
It is now Kai's.
How's the view from down there?
It's, tough. It's tough.
His shoulders aren't the only part of his body with 4 arms.
Do your shoulders have the... Whatever. Anyway, Caius, it's your turn.
Gladly. The other... No, never mind. We gotta go Gorilla Boy here. All right, now I'm gonna take this maul. I'm gonna take this maul and I'm going to swing. I'm going to swing to the hardest of my ability. And hopefully that is enough to hit. That is a 22. That will. Okay. 1 second.
That's a hit. Why didn't that work? My own emote code did not work. It's gone. My emote is gone. Is it gone for anyone else?
Uh-oh. Which one?
Only you. You're the only
you.
one that can't post your
It's straight up gone on my emote slots.
Well,
Whatever.
So I got 8 on the first one.
Okay.
Sorry, it's just emote testing. All time.
How much damage you do on the first one? Sorry.
I did, sorry, 8.
Okay.
Then 17 to hit
Yeah.
for extra attack. Cool. 2d6 plus. That's a 10. Yeah, I mean, yep.
He's not looking great. I'll say that much.
Okay. I'll keep in front of him.
Okay.
Don't forget-
If that's your turn, then yeah. What's up, Gouger?
Don't forget you're poisoned, guys.
Poison. Uh-oh.
1d6
Thank you.
damage. Thank you.
Thank you, Dangers. Doing my
I'm
job
just,
for
I'm
me.
just trying to make it fair for you, the gorilla man.
Well, I do
What,
take
Patrick?
6 damage.
Snitch.
Snitch.
Didn't we have an assignment due today? Wasn't there a test? I studied.
What happens with poison after battle?
I haven't decided.
It does
You
say
just
for
take
an hour.
6 damage,
so-
6 damage every 6 seconds for an hour.
Yeah, I haven't decided. It's every time you take a step towards the poke center.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
I have something, but I don't have that spell ready. Oh well. 6 damage to me.
Okay.
I'm pretty weary. But that's
Uh,
also the end of my turn.
Grum, it's your turn.
Ooh, should I do the same thing, do you think? I think I will.
Yeah.
I think I will. Alright, roll a hit. Recklessly. Okay, that's 8. I don't think that's gonna do it. Well,
It might actually.
that's 14. So
Yeah, it's a hit.
Okay, then blam. Ooh, not great, but we'll take it. That's gonna be 8 damage on the first one.
Okay. You slice with the hammer, and one of his tiny arms pops off and is wriggling on the ground.
That was a good sound for the arm.
Hey, thanks.
And I roll a 19 to hit. So that hits. A d12. Oh, 9 damage this time.
And the other small arm pops
Now
off,
he's a
and now
normal
there's
gorilla.
blood, spitting out of his arm holes.
He's a normal gorilla with bloody pits.
Just a normal gorilla. A really big, muscular, angry, normal gorilla with green eyes. Cool. Well, it can probably be done in this turn, but he's gonna attack first. And he turns around to see Lucius, who's sliced his back open on the ground, and he's gonna swing at Lucius with advantage. That's a hit. Lucius, you take 13 damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to turn back around and try to bite Grum.
Launch.
Move your dick.
He rolls with advantage.
Oh, good. Now you're turning in the homework, sir. And it's a hit. I'm so excited.
No. No.
13.
Okay. That sounded like a question.
13?
13?
Is it a number?
Yeah, I believe so. Last time.
Discuss.
Why is 13 never in any elevators? Is it
Must
even
not
a
be
number?
a number.
Guys, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. We're asking the big questions here. All right, well, up next, Gouger. You could probably do it here if you want.
Gouge him!
I'll gouge him, all right. All right, let's go run up to his side and stab him. This
You know what could be
little
funny?
pointy thing.
Do you want me to, like, grab your bird feet and then, like, swing you around like this and let go so that you, like, skewer?
I feel like that has to be your turn, though, to do that.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
So, I mean,
The
I
whole
can stand
pick
by
Gouger
you.
up on his turn thing has usually happened on your turn.
All right,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Or pick
And
Gouger up for
picking
his
up your
turn.
bird and throwing it.
So
It's fair.
if I miss and it somehow comes all the way back to you without killing him, then yes, let's do that. That sounds fun. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna hit this thing. Yeah, okay. 18.
It's a hit.
Okay. Oh. 35 damage.
Excuse me?
He had 5 health.
Overkill.
He had 5. 5 health.
I rolled 22 on my d6s, and I rolled 11 on my d8s.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, you go to stab and it like butter. Your hand just goes all the way through him, and then you pull your arm back out. There's no blood on your arm or the hand. It was so clean. You're like, you go back in for seconds, come back out. Still, it's rather amazing.
Oh, wow.
And then the gorilla just falls over, collapses on its face, and
Not
dies.
onto me, I hope.
It
I
falls
just
and
look at Caius and go, shit, we should have done that from the beginning.
it falls forward towards Grum and Caius in the middle, but they're able to just sort of, step back a little bit, and it falls. And now blood is seeping out of the holes that you have made.
Good.
Great. I give 2 thumbs up from the ground where I'm laying.
I take it
And-
you can fashion a necklace out of it.
All right, let's get some different music.
Roll for
some
animal
reason-
handling.
Yes.
I don't really think you have to know how to handle animals to rip teeth out of a corpse, but sure, I'll roll for animal handling.
All right, let's get some
I rolled
GGs
a
in the chat
19.
for our
I think
boys.
I have the teeth necklace. I think we're good.
Absolutely.
You want to make a necklace out of its teeth?
Yeah, I rolled a 19 for
Okay.
animal handling. For
I
Danny.
once did a one shot with a friend of mine. Well, he was in the party, and he's actually a mod in my chat these days. But he wanted to collect goblin testicles to make armor. I think it was either armor or a necklace
Like,
out
what,
of their
leather armor?
balls. Out
Leather
of their
armor
balls.
Out of ball skin. That's dope.
Yeah. So that didn't derail the thing at all.
Nope.
Literally not at all.
Nope, not once. Did you ever-
It was in that moment we were worried our friend was a psychopath, but that's okay.
Nope,
So
I
good
just want
job.
a teeth necklace.
All
Is
right,
that
well
so
you
strange?
did it. You did it.
No
Nice
monkey
job.
balls.
No
No, I
monkey
don't need
balls.
the monkey balls or the 4 monkey arms near his balls.
Maybe he has 4 monkey balls. Who knows? Maybe it's a super monkey ball.
What powers does it hold?
You know where this monkey is now? He's gone.
Oh no. Oh no.
Bow wow.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I'm gonna go get a beer
Oh,
now. that
who's
we
gonna
killed
go
this
next?
thing.
Is it me? Me? Oh, baby, I sure hope so.
Please stop.
That's every monkey ball character, so that's good. Hey, nice job, guys. Nice work.
Hey, thanks.
Luck is not doing great. If you were curious.
I'm heading over to Luck.
He's fine.
What's he look like? Is he alive?
Well, the blade that was in him, he used it to kill people.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a hair tie. I can't find one. Well, I guess I'm giving up on that venture. That's okay.
You gotta wear it around your wrist. That's
Well,
what
it's very
all
tight. It's very tight. It leaves a print.
Okay.
I don't want it a mark. So he's not looking great. He's in critical condition.
Does it seem like the kind of thing that can be partially healed, at least stabilized?
It seems like you could maybe stabilize him, but you need to get him to professional medical help quickly.
Oh,
As in, like, somebody with experience in the healing arts.
gotcha. Do I have any intuition as to how many hit points I need to spend to stabilize him? Can I make a medicine check to know this?
I can give you information when you medicine check, sure.
Okay, great. Let's do this. I rolled a 4, but not anymore because I have inspiration that I'm using.
You're gonna
rolled-
use your inspiration point on this? Good for you.
Dude, luck is a bro. Of course I'm gonna
I've
use
st-
my inspiration point.
True.
Yeah.
Luck is bro.
Do I still have bless on me right now as well?
I don't think it works for that.
I'm pretty sure it's for attacks and saving throws,
yeah.
not for
Got
checks.
it. Okay, cool. Well, I rolled a 13 on medicine.
It should take the majority of your pool to stabilize him, given the damage he sustained.
Majority meaning like half plus 1. Or like all.
Like 3/4.
3/4. All right. let's do it. I have 35 points. So let's say that it's 26.
You know, cast lay on hands on him. I assume that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
And the wound, the bleeding stops a little bit, and you're able to, you know, take one of his garments off and tie it around his chest tightly, and bandage it up a little bit. And you've sort of stopped the bleeding for now, but you can tell that the blood to his brain and, like, to other parts of his body are failing a little bit. But he's semi-stable for the time being.
Got it. Bought him some time. All right.
Yeah.
I turn over to my paladin friend and I ask him how that poison's feeling.
I mean, I'm pretty beat up. I don't know how to.
You have lay
get
on
this
hands as
poison.
well, don't you?
I do, but I don't think that gets. Does that get the poison out?
You can cure an affliction for 5 points.
Oh, okay, word. Well, that would. I'll go. The poison's fine, and then I would still have enough to aid if that's what you were also gesturing at for luck.
I mean, he's stable for now. I think if we can get him to Columnos quickly, then we might be able to save him. Let's go. Grump, you want to carry your boy?
Grump likes carrying.
Yes.
So Grum, you can holster Luck onto your back and sort of, like, you know, holding his arms, and it starts to very lightly drizzle as the skies over Shalane just seem abnormally dark, like a coming omen. And you start hightailing it for Columnos, due south, and I'll put that back on the screen. So we're heading southeast here towards Columnos, and the rain is beginning to fall, and within about an hour, you're there. And you're at the gates, and there's sort of this, when you approach, I mean, the city's very grand. Obviously, Caius has seen it, and Lucius lived here for some time, so you're familiar, but it's this grand white city, and with these grand stone walls, and there are various bridges across this, like, moat, almost. It's like a river that encircles the city. And there's a main sort of, like, bridge that you take, and you're able to get over it no problem. You've run through many, like, small townships and homesteads to get to the city front, but it's this big gate, obviously, and it's now raining, you know, semi-heavily, and you hear a guard call down. He's like, "Who goes there?"
I call back up and I say, we called the council meeting through the Columnosian military police channels.
Ah, yeah, the meeting. Okay, I've actually been instructed not to let you in, so have a good day. Take care.
Our
What?
friend is dying. We need help immediately.
Likely story.
The dude is literally on his back, bleeding from his chest.
That's Luck just, like, trying to emit, his body trying to emit noise.
Oh, I thought that was the guard.
No.
Mocking him.
No, that's Luck, like, half dead, not conscious. And then you see the guard about to say something, and then he gets pulled back, and somebody, like, talks to him, and blah, 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 and then there's a little scurrying, and then the gate begins to open. And you see this woman there. She is... Where is she? She's a half-elf. And she's wearing very stately garments. It's nice clothing, not like outward nobility, but nice clothing. And she comes up to you and she says, "I'm so sorry, really, truly, I'm so sorry for that. Okay, that does not look good. Let's get you to my house. My husband can look at this." And she starts hurrying you through the city. And, you know, it's the most metropolitan city you have seen so far. You know, Shalos was pretty close, you know, with, like, those stone, crowded in shops and everything. But, you know, Tiber was that very, like, elven place, and Tahwain was kind of, like, grungy. But Columnos specifically is, like, you know, your characteristic, like, medieval city. there's all these like identical wall-to-wall streets with cobble spaced floors for wagons and horses, and there's all these shops, and there are people running about with paper over their heads or like small bags or holding their hats as the rain, trying to scuffle into shops. And she's running down this one road, and as you follow her, you make it to this like measly, like medium-sized house. Oh, is this Corbin? He's like, nah, I'm not coming.
Yeah, no.
So, you basically crowd into this house very quickly, and it's very warm, and the hearth is ablaze, and there's a man with glasses, and he sort of takes his glasses off and he's cleaning them, and it's a human man, and he's got short hair, very fair skin, and he's like, is something the matter? And then he sees Luck, and he's like, oh, geez, something is the matter, okay. And this woman who has helped you is like, honey, he's in really bad condition. And he, like, clears the tabletop, and she places Luck down on the table, and he puts his glasses on, and he starts looking up and down the body. He's like, okay, I'm gonna need some time and some space. I'll do what I can. And he begins, like, gathering some items from around the house, like herbs and various things, and he begins using a mortar and pestle, mortar and pestle to, like, grind up the things, and he starts doing some, like, he opens a book and starts reading tomes, and his hand lights, and he begins, like, hovering the hand over the, the things that are mushed up, and the woman beckons you into a nearby room to give him some space. There's, like, double doors, French doors, that open into this, like, other living space, like an office, kind of, and as you get in, she closes it. And she says, you're the four, then. The Silesian heroes? That's you? Grump, Gouger, Lucius, and Caius?
Yes.
That'd be us.
What?
I did not know you had an accent like that. That's so interesting. That was not in the reports. My name is Alri Starsring. I'm an advisor to Lord Tolliverth Brinswin. Sort of like one of his chief advisors, but you should know he does not take too kindly to mention of your name.
Why?
My Lord Brinswin, he's not ecstatic that you've overthrown or stopped insurrections in various places, and installed new power. Obviously, Yovos, the leader of Tarhuain, was quite advantageous. And Balior, the young king in Tiber, being sort of, all over the place was kind of good for us. He's not a fan of that. I'm personally a fan, but he's not.
Yeah, well, that fucking
Sounds like a
figures.
dick.
Yeah, he's not really liked. He doesn't really ask me for advice, really, anymore. That was sort of back when he first got power. He rose through a rebellion. There was a king who was installed in Columnos, sort of ruling the land, and he was a young boy, a farm boy or a fisher. I think he was a fisherman, and he led a rebellion for the common folk, and then now that he's had power for so long, he's sort of grown quite fond of it. And I think I'm sort of just kept around for the optics. He's a human, and there are lots of half-elves in the area, and I think he just keeps me around for that, and that the common folk trust me, and I'm sharing a lot all at once. I'm sorry. That man is dying in my kitchen. What?
You clearly have some sway with the military police. They opened the gate at your beck and call.
Yeah, well, they think that I'm in charge of them. Truly, I don't have that much sway, honestly.
Lucky for us.
Indeed. Who's your friend?
Well, he is our friend who just killed a dragon for us and probably saved our lives.
It was a big dragon. I watched it happen. I'm not offended. Don't worry.
I'm glad of that. Great. That's excellent. Okay. Well, look, my husband's gonna do all he can. I can take you to Tolliverth. Quite frankly, there's no brownie points left for me to get. There's nothing. I can't do anything to be in his good favors. No. I don't think there's anything I could do that could put me in worse standings with Tolliverth right now, so I'm happy to bring you to him. He does not want to see you. So it's going to take a lot of convincing. You're trying to call a council meeting?
All 4 of the other cities in Shalane have already been notified. They should be on their way here at the moment.
All right, then maybe we have a chance. Would you like to go now?
Yes, please.
Excellent. Well, then let's do it, shall we? And she walks back out through. She opens the French doors, and the husband is wrapped in thought, and is clearly paying very close attention to whatever he's doing, to Luck. And so she chooses not to, speak to him or tell him that you're leaving or anything. So you walk out, and quickly you're able to make it, just to skip ahead a little bit, in interest of time. You make it to this very, very stately, sort of grand hall. Very akin to, like, the Hall of Dragons in Game of Thrones, the seat of power in the Red Keep. It's just this very tall pillars, cavernous ceiling. Clearly, has been the seat of power in Shalane for a long time. Thousands of years. And at the very end, in a chair, speaking to an elven woman who's in the most ornate golden military police armor you've seen yet. The 2 of them are sort of discussing something, and he turns and he sees you, and he shoos her off. And she steps to the back wall and puts her hand on her sword and waits. What's her name? Allery, the woman you're with. She brings you forward. She's like, "My lord, it's good to see you. Sorry to barge in so late in the evening, and it rained no less." He says, "It's fine. Are these the 4? She's like, "Yes, my lord. I'm sorry for bringing them truly, but they have urgent news, so it's fine. What say you?" And he looks at the 4 of you.
World's ending.
Beg your pardon.
Take it away, fellas.
Now, I know you may not be the biggest fan of what we've done in the other cities, and it may have reduced your standing, but we have bigger matters to consider here. The Green Hand...
I'll be around. Just gonna look at some tapestry.
The Green Hand has the Scepter of Epholius.
Epholius, just
Epholius. Epholius was the name of the other guy, right? He's the Index, right?
Eptelios, right?
Eptelius.
Yeah. Close.
Whoops.
Epholius,
No
Eptelius.
connection. I promise there is no connection. Legit, but...
Well, the Green Hand has the Scepter. It's real, and they are going to destroy Shalane. And so we've called a council meeting, and...
You don't... I'm sorry, I'm going to stop you right there. This all sounds very ominous, I'm sure, but you don't have the power to call a council meeting. That power lies within the council members, so...
Oh, yeah,
Good day.
sure, but we know the council members, and we're friends now. Probably more so than you are with them, and they're all on their way here.
Did you say all of them?
All 4.
And they've all agreed to the meeting behind my back.
Oh, yeah.
And Yovos? The Tahwanian leader, he agreed to this?
Oh, no, Yovos, he is no longer with us.
More like Novos.
Got him.
And my spies tell me as much, and that somebody else has been installed?
Billingston
Who knows them
Billingsworth.
Oh my god. The Billingsworth family? You recall that Billingston was a family of note in Columnos. His parents were like PIs, basically, on the side, and they were killed by the Palm when they were researching him, or searching for him. And he says, of course it's a Billingsworth, god damn it. They're always biting me in the ass, even in the grave. Excellent, well...
Hey, Mr. Brinsman,
Why-
you know it's your neck on the line too here, right? Like when the world ends, so will you.
I'm just not so sure about this whole world-ending thing. I mean, it's your word against the world, right?
It's our world too. Why would we be going through all this trouble just to come here and talk to you?
Well, calling all 4 council members, let's see, I'm just trying to get this right. Causing disturbance here in the great city of Columnos, which I guard so dearly, I would say you're looking to upend my seat, gain power for yourselves with a majority on the council, and quite frankly just ruin everything I have fought so hard to protect. I'm really on your side, I promise, but you are making a grave mistake.
Oh, so you're just a narcissist then. You think everything's about you.
That's not what I said.
You think you're so important that we're trying to steal your seat.
It's not about me, it's about the seat.
We don't care for your seat.
Then what do you want? Everybody wants something, and don't say it's the end of the world. Everybody wants something.
Help us then to avert the end of the world.
God, is it really that simple? Ugh, you're so boring.
Man, I gotta tell you, these tapestries kind of suck. I saw some about some dragonborns earlier. They were really dope. I could probably hook you up with someone that knows some tapestry stuff. But, yeah, not a whole lot going on back there. Anyways, I'm back. What'd I miss?
I have an antiquities dealer already. You'll not be needed. Besides, I hear you're quite the idiot. Anyway, very well. I'll agree to your little meeting.
Guys, he's heard of me.
Very well. I'll attend the council meeting. When is it?
Whenever they get here, I
As soon as
suppose.
possible.
Very well.
Within a day or so.
I'm not a bad host. And a bunch of servants come in, and they quickly bring in a table to the Great Hall. They make it, they bring out tons of food. The whole table is set, and he says, let's be very clear. I'm not doing you a favor. This isn't because I like you. It's just what's supposed to be done. Eat.
Alright.
And there's tons of amazing food, and as you can choose to chow down. It's delicious, and you get your full. And he says, but I will not be housing you myself. I'm sure our good friend Alri would be more than willing to house you at her place. And she says, actually, my lord, I would be honored to have 4 brave warriors in my humble home. Though the couch only sleeps 1, but we'll figure it out.
Called it.
And Tolliver says, very well. I imagine we won't have the meeting until tomorrow morning. It takes a while to get here from Impor Boss and Tarhwain. I'll see you in the morning. Alri, I trust you can bring them. She's like, oh, my lord, you want them at the meeting? He says, yes, I want them to be there when they embarrass themselves and learn that nothing is wrong, and everything's going to be fine, and the other council members rule against them, obviously. Anyway, good day to you.
Looking forward to seeing you knock down a peg.
You are going to eat those words.
I did miss something.
We'll see.
And he sort of like shoos you away. And this woman, this elven woman in the very ornate armor sort of steps forward and infers as much that you should go. And Alri walks out and she's like, that's kind of a big win! This is a big win for us. This is great. He never agrees to really anything.
I think he's scared of it deep down. He's
Oh, I
scared of
think
the end
that
of the
much is
world.
very clear. Yes, absolutely. He's very frightened of losing power. That much has been very clear to me since the day he told me that I wasn't really needed anymore, but that he was going to keep me around just to look like I mattered. And that he would kill my husband if I didn't keep going to meetings. That much was clear.
All right.
And she says, also you met Sola, his right hand, Sola Harthant. She's in charge of the military police and the Columnosian armies. Woman of very few words, but very strong opinions and very sharp eyes. And with this, you know, she sort of is leading you back through the city, back to her home. And you walk in, and Luck is stable. And the husband has blood all over his hands. And he walks up to you, and he's like, "Hi, it's gonna be a while longer. I'm probably gonna be up all night, but he should be okay. Not like fighting fit or anything. He's probably gonna be in a wheelchair for maybe the rest of his life, but he's alive."
Well,
Thank
I
goodness.
think that when he wakes up and remembers that he killed a dragon, he'll accept that.
Very well. I must get back to work. I'm sorry I can't treat you to drink or food or anything, but welcome to my home. And he turns back around and goes over to the body, and he's still doing some kind of magic to it, and he's stitching up the wound. And Ollery sort of, you know, makes some makeshift cots on the floor and makes the couch, and there's sort of some places for you to sleep, and you're welcome to take a long rest through the night.
Perfect.
Apologies that Columnos isn't more bustling and fleshed out, but
It's raining.
there are big things to take care of.
It's a lot
Also,
going.
I think it's safe to assume you're sleeping on your head here pillows here.
Absolutely.
So +1 to that health right now.
Nice.
Every time, baby, every time.
Every time, baby. Oof. Would we be okay if I took a quick bathroom break? There's not a ton left, but we do probably have like 45 minutes or so left, I would guess, something along those
Yeah.
lines.
Go for it, man.
Sure.
If somebody's willing to do some kind of plug for the show,
I'm gonna go too. So
Patty, you're good
That's
at
fine.
these.
We're gonna hold the fort here, me and Patrick right here. That's right. And while he's gaining his thought, welcome to Speedrunners and Dragons. We're in our 10th episode. 10th episode,
Double digits.
and it has been nothing but an experience with the 4 speedrunners and Ada being a DM. Again, if you have not seen Ada at GDQ, that's probably where you might be familiar with him this past weekend. And
The Mario
every-
35 champion of the world.
the Mario 35 champion. He would make a big stink about this if he were here, but now that he's gone, we gotta give the big props, you know. But also, yo, we got a YouTube channel up. We have so many resources for you viewers at home to indulge in as the world builder takes us through this world of Shalane. We also have various chat commands, party, map, S&D, YouTube, so that you can get everything that you need running. And again, shout out to the people that have caught up so far, binging over 50 hours of Speedrunners and Dragons.
Oh, and if you're watching this on YouTube, check it out on Twitch. It's live every Monday at 6 p.m.
Other Monday.
Eastern Time. Every other Monday. True. I wish it was live every Monday. Shit's fun.
At twitch.tv/adef. And also, and hold on, because not only do you want to be here for the Speedrunners and Dragons event, you definitely want to be here for every time ADEF streams. ADEF is on the partner push right now. Also a very, very skilled speedrunner in various retro series that you folks at home definitely enjoy. So
Yeah.
help us in helping ADEF to partner. Keep a tab open for a brother, and enjoy all of the content that he brings you.
Hell yeah.
What?
I said thank you, Bob. I was muted on OBS. I said thank you to Bobby, and I said if people keep showing up, I think the next app, which will be my third, will be good. Our viewer average is more than sufficient. So it really just comes down to Twitch at this point, and if everybody keeps showing up for streams, we should be okay. But I really do still need people to be hanging out. There's cool stuff coming to the channel this year, including Campaign 2, wink wink, nudge nudge. Alright, if everybody's ready, we can continue.
let's go.
All
So
good.
you wake up in the morning, spell slots, health, etc., all revived. And, you know, in the morning, there was a lot of commotion. And as you step outside, you sort of see that even though it's daytime, and it's clear that it's day, like the air is lighter and, you know, you can see things obviously better than at night. The sky is dark, but it doesn't feel like clouds. It is cloud cover, but it's more mystic than that, if that makes sense. So yeah, very ominous feeling in the air right now. And there are parties of cities arriving and grand entrances being made in the main streets, and you sort of run along, and Alri takes you there. And Luck is stable and asleep on the table, and her husband says that Luck will likely be comatose for a few days. So you run over to the main streets, and there are all these parties arriving kind of simultaneously of just, you know, these grand entrances from all these cities. I've said that like 5 times now for some reason. And so, you know, you make your way to this building that Alri's taking you to, and it's this large, like, column almost, but it's huge in diameter, like 20 feet in diameter. And it's this towering building. It towers above all the rest, and she says, this is the oldest building in the current version of Columnos. It was built to house Council of Five meetings. It was built, gosh, almost 1,500 years ago, I think. We meet at the top. It's a long trek. And you go inside, and it's just this round staircase along the edge of the building, all the way to the top. And there's windows every so often, so you can peer out to the city, and it's very pretty. You wish you could see it in better lights, under better circumstances. And you make it to the top, and you open this door, and there's this bustling room with this huge round table with tons of, like, big stone chairs surrounding it. And 5 main chairs, or just 5 stone chairs. You can see Billingston Billingsworth speaking with Nemelos, whom you just saw like 2 days ago, or yesterday actually. Nemelos, the leader of Impor Boss, is speaking with Billingston. Billingston appears to be alone, because he's Billingston Billingsworth. But Nemelos has, who does she have with her? I have this written down. Let's get some different music as well. This is fine for now, actually. Oh, where is it? I totally wrote this down, who they're there with. What the heck, dude? Here it is. Billingston is alone. Nemelos is... She has the councilwoman. Ulria? Something. The woman with whom she might have a thing. That young senator, she's there, and then there's also a dragonborn guard. And then you see Balyor, the young king, and he runs right over to you, because he loves you guys, because you literally saved his life, and he thinks you're very fun, and you're older than him, and he looks up to you. And there are 2 elven guards with him that look exhausted, and they're trying to keep up with him, and they're like, and they're right behind him, and they're like, my king, please stop. And he's like, oh, it's fine. Hey, guys, how's it going? And he's like, it's good to see you. I got the news. And I was like, oh, my God. Wait. Grump.
Hi.
You were wearing a different shirt yesterday when we spoke.
Okay.
All right, whatever. I'm sure it's fine. It's a little wardrobe change. Okay.
I mean, like, do you wear the same shirt every day?
No, that's a good point. I didn't think of that.
Silly little scamp.
I'm gonna go get my seat. And he runs over. He runs over and he sits in the seat. And he's like, ooh. Nemelos and Billingston both walk up to you, and Nemelos is like, it feels like we just saw each other only yesterday, because we did. And then she says, but it's good to see you. Nice work. And Billingston is like, I'm Billingston Billingsworth. God damn it, it's good to see my boys.
Bill!
And he gives all of you hugs.
Excellent. Mine's especially long. Not by his doing.
Sure. Of course. And then, oh gosh, one of Grump's potential heartthrobs. Lysdal Stonethrower, who has a dwarven guard, who the dwarven guard, she, like, lets him know that he can stay at the wall because she's very capable. Lysdal Stonethrower walks up to the lot of you and she's like, oh god, what was her accent? Hang on.
Scottish, I think.
Yeah.
I think you're right. It's good to see you, mates. I'm sorry it's not under better circumstances. It's rough. It's good to see you, though.
Thanks for coming.
How's the bracelet working out for you? It's good?
My boy Holdjoldnar helping me. I think
sorry?
every time.
What you call him? My ancestor? Hjoldnar?
Right, that's what I said.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, of course. And she looks over at Lucius and she's like, of course, you know, I'm happy to support anything you need. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Seems like something about the end of the world. Great deal about some scepter. Not really sure, but happy to be here.
That's the gist of it.
Okay, well then great. I guess I know it all. And she gives you like a forlorn glance, Grum, and then walks away to her seat.
I tap my bracelet and go.
Little smooch, a little air smooch.
Mm-hmm.
She goes and sits, and
Yeah, I bet she does. Naughty girl.
all right. Okie dokie. And Nemelos is like, we're probably gonna get started soon. Whenever Tolliverth shows up is usually when we start. So, and she goes and sits down, and Billingston is like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do, but I'll figure it out. And then he goes and sits down in the seat. He's like, I know I'm gonna be loud. So they're all seated, and then you wait another 5 or 10 minutes or so, and Ulri sort of offers you guys, she like pulls up wooden chairs, and she's like, doesn't make sense for you not to sit at the table, to be honest. You're kind of like the whole reason we're here. And she puts the wooden chairs, like staggered, so Grum, you're in between, well actually you can choose. So there's a seat in between Lysdal and Balior. There's a seat in between Balior, or 2 seats in between Balior and Nemelos, and then a seat between Nemelos and Billingston, so you can sit wherever you'd like.
Pick one of the ones in the middle.
Okay.
I'll sit between Billingston and Balior. Or Nemelos and Billingston, my bad.
I'll sit next to Lysdal.
Okay. That leaves the other seat in the middle for you, Caius.
Mhm.
And after you're sitting for a while and sort of just like twiddling your thumbs, you know, exchanging small talk, Lysdal's evading your gaze. Grum, she's very bashful. Eventually, Tolliverth enters from a door in the back behind his seat, and his seat is different and always has been that way for the leaders of Columnos because they are sort of the head of the council. That's just how it's always been. And he pulls back his seat and sits down. He's like, very well. Welcome. It looks like we're all met. Rise for attendance. They all rise, and this little scribe comes out. It's like a young local boy. He's like, Lord Tolliverth Brinswin. Here. Lord, Jovos of Tahwain. I'm Billingston Billingsworth. That man is dead. I'm him. I'm here for him. I'm here because I'm here, but instead of him. I'm here. And the kid's like, okay, is that fine? And looks up at Tolliverth, and he's like, obviously. And he's like, okay. God. Lysdal Stonethrower. Here. Oh, God. Baljor. He's like, gee, give me the fucking list. And he's like, Balior, and he's like, I'm here. And then he's like, who's left? Nemelos. And Nemelos. And she's like, I'm here. He's like, very well, we're all met. There's a quorum, all that shit. Sits down, pulls his chair, and he's like, very well, what's on the docket? And the kid's like, well, there's a complaint from local fishermen about... And he's like, that's obviously not... I'm gonna quit the formalities. Look, we all know why we're here. We've been called for some end-of-the-world type shit or something. I'm not really sure.
It is the end of the world.
Okay. as we know it, do you feel fine? And
I don't
it
do-
just... Okay. It feels like the
feel
whole
great.
thing is just a bunch of shit. And I really don't understand why you've all agreed to meet. Does anybody have anything to say before I leave and go eat my lunch? And Nemelos stands. She says, look, I'm gonna be honest. Nice, Bobby.
Dibba 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 dib.
Objection!
Did
We all know, everybody at this table knows that you don't really like any of us. That much is abundantly clear. We all know, let's also be clear, we've all had spies in each other's cities for the last, 2 years, 3 years. So let's cut the shit. We all know you didn't want Ballior in charge, and we all know the Green Hand was in charge of making sure he wasn't okay. My Lord Ballior, I'm very pleased to see you're all right. He's like, I'm thriving! And then she's like, so much energy for 9 a.m. Look, we're happy to have you back in power. This man knew the Green Hand was tormenting you. We all did. We really should have done something. We didn't. But he was right here and had all the power in the world and did nothing. Okay? Billingston. Yovos was in the Green Hand's pocket and his, so that's fun. And quite frankly, everybody here. Lysdal, you were only in his pocket because you needed his military support. And I didn't sway, but I could never get what any of my people in the West needed. So let's cut the shit. Everybody here knows that everything is going down, and why don't we just cut to the brass tacks? I would like one of the 4 heroes of Solace to please present the information as we know it. And she sits and wants one of the 4 of you to or all of you, it doesn't really matter, to stand and speak.
I'll stand.
Wow, there's a real nose goes going on. Woo!
A what?
They did nose goes. I only noticed it right at the end.
Oh.
It does seem like Lucius is like the mouthpiece of the
He's
group
got
a little
the
bit.
he's got the
charisma.
I'm so confident.
My brain don't work good. I smack and smash. That's all.
Well,
I call it smashing.
that's very
Everyone applauds. No.
I didn't even mean that as
Yeah, no, it's not.
that drum said out loud, but I
No, it's not.
he would have. So I don't talk. I smash.
Excellent. Lucius, take it away.
Well, for the past couple of weeks, we have been on a very arduous quest to free the temples of the champions from the clutches of the Green Hand. And we traveled to all 4 of the major cities, Columnos being the remainder. And we did so. And we defeated the Green Hand's major players in every single one of those cities, and all 4 of you can attest to that. And apparently...
Billingston goes, here, I saw... oh my god. I'm gonna... Alright, keep going.
I like you, Bill. I like
So-
you, Bill.
Apparently, the reason why the Green Hand was poisoning those shrines was to draw on their power, to do something horrible in the Rift. And now that we've foiled their plans, they seem to have backup in the form of the mythical scepter, which does exist. It was found at Mount Von Norrell not a day and a half ago. We were there when the leader of the Green Hand stole it and made clear his plans to destroy everything. And here we are, trying to find a way to stop it.
Yeah.
You speak, I'm assuming, of the Scepter of Epholius.
The very one.
You expect me to just believe. Did anyone at this table see the scepter?
I
And
did.
Nemelos... Yeah. Anyone besides those 4. And Nemelos is like, I didn't see it, but I can tell you that I saw a green explosion come out of the mountain. And then I saw a man flee. And the man fits the description of a man I'm pretty sure you met with 2 years ago? 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. You did enjoy the council of A1 the Palm? Isn't that right, Lord Tolliverth? He says, I met with him. He had many requests. I did not fulfill any of them, and I cast him out of my city. Yovos was an idiot and let him into his shrine. She says, yes, but you still did meet with him. Anyway, he escaped with something that looked like a scepter, so no, I didn't see it firsthand, but I'm pretty sure I saw it.
I
saw it.
I turned to Grum. I turned to Grum and asked him, "You still got those papers?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
Hold on. I got it. They're in
From what do the papers say?
They're in the bag. Hold on.
What do the papers say?
I think they're at the bottom. Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh, yep. There it is. There they are. Oh, here. Okay. Someone got to read these. I can't read them.
You splay them out on the table, and several of the members of the council start peering over them. Nemelos is looking at one of the scepter, and the map with all the shrines on it is grabbed by Tolliverth, and he's studying it. And he looks down, and he flips it over, and there's some writing on the back, and he reads that. He sets it down, and he says, What proof have you that these shrines were tainted and that you fixed them?
Got these sick tattoos. Or
You can definitely summon the blue light if you so wish.
That's the
And
sound.
it's an unmistakable insignia of Solace. It is the insignia of Solace. He says, so it's true. You were blessed by Solace. Hello, I'm speaking to you.
I'm sorry, was that a question?
I'm looking for a very simple yes or no.
Oh.
Yes. Of course.
Oh, okay. Lysdal, you're the only sane one in the group. Thoughts?
What did you
She
call
says-
Lysdal?
Sane.
You watch your mouth, boy.
And she says, I will, look, all I know is there was a lot of unrest in my city. I had to use the Columnation military police just to keep my city alive. And then these four showed up in the span of 24 hours. Not only got rid of all the problems, brought my city together, and then helped me fight goddamn storm giant atop the mountain in the center of the Alorian Lake. A storm giant. And the storm giant gained its power. It was just a woman. It's just a woman. One of the Green Hand's inner circle. Turned into a giant. Nearly killed all of us. These four, I helped. But these four and me, we killed it. We slayed it. But I couldn't have done it without them.
Good
And
job.
then I personally escorted them to the shrine. And I watched them cleanse the statue of my ancestor, Hjordnar.
Oh, that's how you say
Yes. And then I watched his spirit thank them, and then disappear into the thin air. Look, all I'm saying is I don't know about the Scepter of Epholius or anything like that. Supposedly, deep in our ancestors we made that. I don't know. I never thought it was real, but if it is, and if they have it, it's over. This is it. We have to make a stand now. I like we fight. And Nemelos says, look, I don't know if this is the right time to be bringing this up, but it's also time we get answers about the West. We've gone without aid. We've gone without free trade. When all this is over, that shit doesn't fly anymore. Let's move to a vote. And Tolliverth is like, what is the topic of the vote? She looks to you four and she says, what do you need?
We need help exploring the rift.
I thought you were gonna leave it at we need help.
We need help. That's it.
We need
Just
help.
help. Help us. Help us, please.
started laughing. What do you need? We need help.
Billingston says, I'm Billingston Billingsworth. I'm going to interject now. And Balyor says, and I'm Balyor. And that's it. Gosh, I feel so important. And Billingston is like, we can buy them time. Look, I've fought a few of these Green Hand members myself. The West, as Nemelos said, is not quite so tame as the East. And some of you have encountered Green Hand in your own cities, apparently. Very fun. Why don't we send our full force to the Rift? And I have a feeling there are going to be a lot of them there. Whatever's coming in the Rift, apparently we don't have much time, is going to come soon. I
Very
elect...
little time. The world is ending. Currently, end of the world.
Grump, I am scared, I will be honest.
That's good. You should be. It's a scary thing, the end of the world. Because the
Why
world
don't we
is ending, and we're in it.
I say we send our full forces to the Rift, leaving enough forces behind to guard our homes and our shrines. And we buy them as much time as we can, and they face the Palm to try to stop him. That's all I've got. I don't know. Was I supposed to speak? I don't know if I should have stood. Should I have stood? I'm gonna stand.
Wait, you're Billy,
Right.
Billy Billingsworth, right?
That's correct. I'm Billingston Billingsworth, yes. All right, I'm gonna sit now. And he sits. And Nemelos says, very well. Vote to mobilize our armies to the Rift on all 4 sides. And we fight and buy them time. Lysdal says, I push you to a vote then. And Balyor says, I want to say something. And they all look at him. Obviously, Nemelos and Lysdal and Billingston want to give him the time of day because they want him to feel included. Tolliverth is like... And Balyor stands and he's like... I almost died, last week. And I know I look really happy. I was very afraid. Very scared. I almost died. I was dying. And these goddamn champions saved my life. Push this shit through a vote, man. And he sits, and one of the elven guards comes up and just, pats him on the shoulder. Lysdal also applauds. Nemelos also applauds. Billingston slaps the table. And Tolliver says, very well, push to a vote. All against? And no one raises their hand. All abstentions? No one raises their hand. He says, all in favor. All 5 raise their hands. He says, very well. The way I see it, the best chance of success is mobilizing today. He stands and he says, we don't get along, and I don't plan on it. But if everything you say is true...
It is.
Then I'm fighting too. And he turns to his right-hand woman, the elf, and he says, Soule, I'll be joining you on the battlefield. Procure my armor. He says, I'll be at the helm. We move in 1 hour. And he adjourns the table, and everyone starts to disperse. Nemelos is like, she gathers up the other 3, and all 4 of you, and she's like, I assume you all already started mobilizing your forces? That was the plan, right? Everyone already did that. We knew this was going to be the outcome. And Balyor was like, I just sent for everyone. Almost all of them. I left some people, but most of them. And Billingston is like, oh, they're coming. We don't really have an official force. It's more just a group of people willing to kill people. But they're coming. Who's left? Lysdal. Or did I say Nemelos is the one that was like, you brought everybody, right? And Lysdal is like, aye, the Dwarven forces are on the move. Should be here in, getting to the rift, the central part of the rift at the bridge in 4 hours. And Nemelos is like, It's a good timeline. Okay, we left yesterday, so they should be there soon today. I'll see you at the gates of Columnos in an hour. And you adjourn. Any of you can speak to any of them right now if you'd like to. If you have anything you'd like to ask, anything you'd like to say to anybody in this room.
Grump, we might die. This is your shot.
I walk up to Lizel and I grab her very gingerly by the shoulders and I just look into her eyes. I shake my head solemnly. No words. I turn away and let go.
No, she grabs your arm. She
Oh.
grabs your arm. She pulls you back, and she pulls you in, and she brings you in for a very sensuous kiss.
Oh,
It's very loving. You have to stoop quite low. Do you hunch or do you knee bend? This is the question.
hunch.
Okay. Yeah, that's
It's a
better.
very barbarian thing to do.
You'd look like a freak otherwise. Just like this. She says, when all this is over, we're gonna sail around Shalene.
Okay.
And she's like, a hug won't do. Let's do the dwarven. And she puts out her arm to do the like sailor grip, like this
Oh,
thing.
yes.
Oh, nice. And she's like, I'll see you on the battlefield. And she like is giddy about it.
Right, you will.
She's like, I can't wait. And she like scurries off, blushing.
Skips.
Slap her
Yeah,
ass
she's
while she
skipping.
goes.
She's like, not that far.
It's a living.
And then she walks away. The dwarven guard in tow. And Balior walks up to you guys and he's like, I'm not gonna be useful out there, like at all. Like zero. Zero useful. So I'm gonna stay here.
with his hands.
I'm gonna stay here.
That's fine, bud.
And-
You played your part.
High five.
Thanks. I'm really proud of you guys. And he high fives you. He's like, I'm proud of you guys. Kill it. Like literally, but also metaphorically. I think
That's
he
my
was supposed
favorite
to have a
thing
British
do,
accent.
literally and metaphorically. I'll
I
try
think
my
he was supposed to have a British accent, but he's just too happy.
He's too happy to remember.
He's so happy he changed nationalities. It's good.
It's true. Billingston is like, I have nothing to say. Let's
I'm
kill some
Billings-
annoying people.
Billingsworth.
He's like, oh, is that me? Is that an impression of me? You know,
He's been doing it since we left. It's really
it's the
gotten better and better.
sincerest form of flattery.
That's why I do it.
And he walks away, and Nemelos is like, see you down there. Very matter of fact, and she leaves, and now the room is empty. And it's just the four of you and Alri, the half-elf, and she's like, well, I don't really know what to do, but the chain of command has to lie in wait, and I don't fight, so I'll also be here, wishing you luck.
Well, thanks for everything. Let's go check in on Luck, our good
Sure.
compatriot, before we.
So she takes you down to her house, and Luck is very stable. He's breathing very, very steadily, and he seems okay. And the husband is asleep in a nearby armchair, holding a cup of coffee, just conked, asleep in the armchair. And the wife takes the cup of coffee, puts a blanket over him, and puts a pillow underneath his head. And then she's like, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you can make your way to the gate if you would like.
I think that's the only way to go.
Onward.
And Z. Oh, hey, Corbin.
Bork.
Bork.
Oh, no boy.
Caius, you hear Z come over the sending stone. And he says, little green hand boys and girls are amassing at the edges of forests, bushes, and the surrounding areas of the rift. They're hiding. Not very well by my standards, but they are trying, but whatever. This force will likely be thousands strong, like I said. Looks like the Palm and his squadron really were quite busy recruiting over the past few years. Whatever you're planning, it needs to happen soon.
We'll be on our way, mobilizing with all of our forces.
Excellent. Well, I'll see you there, I guess. Probably not immediately. I'm going to kind of sit out the initial round and then kind of make a grand entrance to kill some green hand guys. But for right now, I'm going to just kind of step back and watch for a little bit.
Sure. Before you go, hey, Grump, you wanted to talk to him, right?
No, please, no, God, no, please, no.
Who?
It's Z, your buddy, your pen pal.
Z! Yo, Z, how you
No,
doing?
stop it, stop! And he puts
Where
the
have you
stone
been?
down, and when he sets it down, he can't hear you anymore.
How come you didn't tell me you're
Um,
talking to Z?
I tried.
So, the city, as you walk towards the gate, is bustling with soldiers running to and fro, getting armaments, going to different, like, battlement areas, and, like, you know, getting their swords, kissing their wives goodbye, kissing their husbands goodbye, and just, like, you know, beelining for the gate. Their horns are sounding all across the wall surrounding Columnos. Men are grabbing arms. Everybody is amassing towards the gate in a very, like, the gate has this, like, area where, like, forces can gather, and they're lined all the way up the street. And then the gate opens, and they sort of start to file out, and they form a line. There are, like, maybe 2,000 of them. 2,000 warriors, men, women, half-elves, elves, humans, tieflings, all the like. There's all of these forces gathered, and they're all in Columnosian military guard, very well trained, everything. There are archers in the back, you know, the whole 9 yards. And the city is, like, still, as all these people are saying potentially goodbye to their loved ones for something they didn't even know was a threat until 10 minutes ago. And a horse rides through, and then several more horses. And the first horse is Tolliverth, and he stops at you. And his right-hand woman also stops. She's riding this, like, white horse. And he ushers on the other ones, and they're holding, like, you know, the pikes and the flags, and they go to the front of the force. Tolliverth looks at you and he goes, "We may not like each other, but let's try not to die."
Yeah, don't die, fucker.
I tell him good luck.
He flips you right back off. And then he's like, "See you at the Rift, the singular worst place in the world." And then he, you know, what is this called? When you do that with a horse. Maybe? Yeah, he does this, and the horse takes off. And the woman looks at you like this as she rides off.
Mush, I believe.
Yes, sure.
A dog.
They make it to the front of the force, and as you walk out, it's you four, Billingston, Lysdol, Nemelos, Yovos, or Balior is elsewhere, like he said. But those 3 leaders, who are all warriors, are joining you. And it's you 7, and their guards are with them, except for Billingston, who didn't bring one. So there's like 10 of you, and you sort of walk out to the front as well. And so now you're in front of this force, 3,000 strong, and you look northwest to the rift. You know, obviously the rift stretches the whole length, but you're going to the center. The skies are getting dark. It's beginning to drizzle a little bit. And you take your final breaths before the breaths that bring you to war. And that is the end of episode 10 of Speedrunners and Dragons.
Smells like death.
So yeah, we are near the end, friends. Probably 2 episodes to go, I would guess. So the next episode is going to be the Great War. The big battle. All right, well, yeah, let's do plugs. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks, but stick around. We're going to raid someone and do some plugs here. Patty, why don't you start us off?
Sure. Follow this channel right now. Twitch.tv/adef. That's it. That's my plug. That's my thing.
Hey, thanks, friend.
we'll see you in 2 weeks. Well, we'll see you in 2 weeks. You'll see adef probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
I guess.
Danny.
I am doing Ocarina of Time stuff. Working on taking the glitchless record. I took the glitchless record actually twice in the last 2 weeks. Working on still improving it though. It's a 3 hour and 40-minute run, and I improved it by 0.6 seconds the other day. So it's getting exciting and silly. Hopefully I can do a little more than that soon. Yeah, I know. 12 whole frames. Crazy. So yeah, if you want to see
that game runs at the stupidest frame rate. I'm just gonna put that.
Is
out.
it 24?
20 frames per second. But yeah, if you want to see some cool Ocarina of Time gameplay, maybe a little more recognizable than what you may or may not have seen at GDQ recently, which I actually was commentating, which was super fun. Then yeah, check out the channel. I'll be live tomorrow.
Sweet, Bobby.
I do a lot of speedruns and stuff. I speedrun a lot of Mega Man and Castlevania and stuff. If all of that is what you like, you're gonna follow the channel. But also follow adef as well.
Dangerous.
I came from Super Mario Odyssey speedrunning, but you see a lot of Fall Guys on my channel lately. I have also, with some Mario content creators, have created a Minecraft server, and we're just kind of vibing. A lot of variety stuff, we'll say that. The main reason you should come to the channel, though, is right here. She's always here, and she's the reason people stay. So if you want to see this little stupid fluff ball who gives me headbutts like this, then you're in the right place.
Adorable. For me, I'm streaming Breath of the Wild randomizers and Twilight Princess any % speedruns for the rest of the week. I'm prepping for a 3D Zelda challenge. I'm gonna do another one because I'm an idiot.
Ooh.
That was a sub goal during the Rubik's Cube thing. So, adef versus the cube. So, 3D Zelda challenge probably in early February, maybe late January if I'm a buffoon, which I am. So I'm going to be dusting all the 3D Zelda games over the coming weeks, but this week will be Breath of the Wild and Twilight Princess mainly. My next partner app is probably going to go in on the 21st of this month. So stick around and support if you can for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Partner apps have been turning around really fast recently. I got my first one back in 6 days, my second one back in 5 days. Fant and David got theirs back in a day. So shit's been turning around, so come out, support the boy. Also, I'm really pumped about the future of this series, so I highly recommend, if you are watching this live, go check out the YouTube, watch the older episodes, get affiliated with what we do. I can tell you for sure there will be a second campaign. There is more for Speedrunners and Dragons in the future. So more information about that will drop in the coming months. Other than that, I don't know. Stuff's always brewing. We got stuff brewing. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. We're going to raid Fant, the aforementioned Fant.